voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hey y'all, this a new hat, so I gotta break it in. How y'all doing? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? Come on in. Get the likes up on the video. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I'm your host, Voodoo Doll TV. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope y'all had a wonderful Monday. Today is Tuesday, and we got a few things to discuss. Y'all come on in here. Get the likes up on the video. Now, before we get started, I would like to say, first of all, welcome to everybody who's new, first of all, welcome to everybody. But in specifics, welcome to everybody who's new to the channel. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. If you are new, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you also hit that notification bell so you'll know when we upload. And this is the Morning Joce. We do this Monday through Friday. So please make sure you pull up and pull over and pop out, okay? So now that we've gotten that out of the way, morning announcements, Black America, it is time that you get back in touch with the Most High and your ancestors. The only way to do that is through grounding, meditation, and prayer. So please, Black America, do your grounding, meditation, and prayer. Go outside every day. Try to get you at least 5 to 10 minutes, really 15 minutes, but try to get you at least 5 to 10 minutes with just you, the sun, and your feet to the soil. Okay, please make sure y'all do that. And also genealogy, Black America. Genealogy is the most important thing that we have to be dealing with today. So please do your genealogy. Now, I have noticed that my sound has been really messed up lately. I don't know if it's my microphone or if it is YouTube. Because sometimes it works on the other channel, sometimes it don't. I did buy a new microphone, but I didn't have enough time to set it up. So I will try to refrain from getting loud because it seems like that's when the pitch goes out whenever the music or the sound gets loud. So I'll try not to get too crazy. Y'all know I get passionate and whatnot. I'll try not to get too crazy. Let me see. Default speakers. Stereo echo cancellation must be off because I don't know what happened. All I know is it just happened. Okay. Either way, I'll hook up the microphone before the next live, but it did just come in this morning. So please forgive me. I don't know what's going on with the sound. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, we got a few things to discuss. First and foremost, Black America, please do me a favor. There's a link that I'm about to pin to the chat for voodoodolltvshop.com. If you can see the hat that I'm wearing, we got all kind of merch over there, okay? So please go over there and shop with the doll if you have an opportunity, and I know you do. Please go shop with the doll. Hold on. Please go shop with the doll, voodoodolltvshop.com. The name of the website is voodoodolltvshop.com. I'm going to pin the link to the bottom of the chat. For those of you who are hitting off of Facebook, Twitch, and Rumble, and you can't see the link, I just pinned it to YouTube's chat, but I'll tell you, voodoodolltvshop.com. voodoodolltvshop.com. Hit it up if you're interested, okay? Now, I'll be wearing these hats looking like I'm ready to Harlem Shake every day. That's what I'm making. I'm working, and I'm making, okay? So anyways, yeah, y'all come on in here. What are we talking about today? Y'all seen the thumbnail? Tasha K versus FBA. Girl, what done happened? I don't know what's going on. The last thing I saw, Tasha K had uploaded us or downloaded us on the fact that rolling like 3 fingers up his ass. Next thing I know, I logged into YouTube. Nope, I logged into Instagram this morning to upload my shorts. And I seen Tasha K on there saying that the FBA is calling her husband an African booty scratcher. Not only did she say the FBA people called her husband an African booty scratcher, they told her, allegedly, because I wasn't there, allegedly the FBA told her, shut her bald head ass up, because your husband is an African booty scratcher. Now, we're going to discuss it. I wasn't there. I don't know who started it. But what I do know is this. Tasha K, girl, the FBA is on your ass. Now, according to Tasha K, she thinks the FBA is the KKK. I've seen that. I don't know if Tasha K said it. Maybe I seen it on somebody else's channel. I don't know. But apparently, now the people are going around saying that the FBA is the KKK. We can't have the infighting, but we gonna discuss what all went down with Tasha K. Because I don't know what y'all did to her or what she did to y'all. But whatever it was, y'all on her ass. So we gonna get into it. Shout out to the FBA people. I don't want no smoke. We got to get into that. Also, Funky Dineva. Put a 3 in the chat if you've been on this channel and I've been telling you that they are trying to use TS or transgenderism as a way for transhumanism and also for minor attracted children. Put a 3 in the chat if you've ever heard me say that. Because what Funky is doing is literally proving what I've said to be true. So now, of all the gays, of all the people, somehow Funky Dineva takes to his YouTube channel to talk to his wide audience of Black women and talk to them about how he feels bad for people who are attracted to children. I'm going to say it one more time in case y'all missed it. Funky Dineva took to his Instagram. Nope. He took to his YouTube. And according to Funky, he feels bad for people who wake up in the morning and realize that they are actually attracted to children. And you got people defending him saying it. I told y'all why they're here. I told y'all, and I know Funky be watching. I'm on you, nigga. I told y'all why they are here. Y'all not listening to me. I don't understand why y'all are not listening to me. I'm not just up here because I like to be up here, even though I do. I'm up here really trying to give y'all the game. I've been telling y'all that they are trying to implement this stuff with children and these transhumans through the LGBTQIA plus community. I've been telling y'all that for how long? And nobody wants to listen to me. Now here it is. Funky Dineva took to his platform to talk to the world about how he feels bad for people who wake up and they are attracted to children. We are going up into the minor attracted children people. Whatever the plus in the LGBTQ, one of those pluses is for the people, the pedophiles. Okay, let me give it all to y'all straight. One of the pluses inside of the LGBTQ is for pedophiles. Yeah. Yay. Facts. They like to call them minor attracted people. MAPS is what they like to call them. But one of the pluses inside of the LGBTQIA is for pedophiles. They're using that community to push the pedophilic agenda onto you. I keep telling y'all they're coming to take your children. Why aren't y'all listening to me? Because, oh, my bad, because you like the punk. My bad, you like saucy. And you like funky. So it don't matter about the safety of your children because I like saucy and I like funky. You people are not going to be satisfied until it's too late. And then it's going to be mayhem. And I swear to God, anybody come to me crying about it, I'm going to hurt your feelings worse. I swear to God, because every day, every time I turn around, I got to come on here and tell y'all what these people's agendas are, and y'all are not following. I don't understand. And because this nigga is a good YouTuber, all of that goes out the window. They even had women in the chat saying that went over all of y'all head. There were women in the chat saying that they understood what Saucy was saying and that his message went over all of our heads. We're here. This ain't the future. We're here. They coming to get our children. And all of the people you like because they're nice or because they do good content or because they sing good or because they rap good or because they fire on Instagram, they are here to grab your children and you're going to allow them to take them because you're blinded by celebrity. I'm telling you, we going to get into it. We're going to get into it. We got to get into it. Then we also need to get into the men of the NBA going against the WNBA because the WNBA is trying to open it up for trans women. It's not about trans women. At some point, robots going to be playing against you bitches. Watch. But we going to get into that. Also, allegedly, Deion Sanders got AIDS. Oh, somebody took the Instagram. Now, I don't know how true this is. Don't get me the line. This is all alleged. But somebody went on Instagram, a punk, and said Deion Sanders got AIDS. We got to discuss. What in the world is... But it wouldn't surprise me. Didn't I tell y'all everybody got herpes and AIDS? We're going to get into it. Young Pharaoh, he's sitting next to his handler, and his handler has a shirt on that say, packed with the devil. We gonna get into that. Shirley Chisholm, that damn tether. I told y'all these people from the history is not your friends. Shirley Chisholm took to her, whatever she took to at the time and wrote how the America was prioritizing immigrants over Black Americans. We're gonna get into that. A few other things. Police using fly cameras to stalk women. It's a whole lot going on. Happy Tuesday. Y'all come on in. Yes, he is still with Carucci. Yes, he is. Carucci just cooked for him, girl. I was just over there giving Carucci props saying, girl, make me a plate. We gonna get into it. Carucci is over there. Lord have mercy. Allegedly. Now, again, I don't know how true this is. I just think that from somebody on Instagram. We gonna Joce, okay? Now, I keep telling y'all, Black America, listen to me. If you are healthy, you should be blessed. And you should be thanking God every single day that you are healthy. But I'm telling you, there is an epidemic of HIV and herpes that has been plagued on these Black Americans here, on us. There is an epidemic, a plague of HIV and herpes that has been put on us as a community. And while we sitting up here being entertained, we not realizing that we're under the same pandemic they did for the Tuskegee experiment. We're going to get into it. Y'all come on in here and get the likes up on the video. Yup, they say police using drones to follow women home. They say police, these police got arrested. Lord, do we need to pull that up first? Let's pull it up. So apparently some police officers got arrested. Y'all get the likes up. We do this Monday through Friday. If y'all new here, y'all need to go ahead on and subscribe, baby. Because we do this Monday through Friday. You feel what I'm saying? And if you want to be abreast to the news, then you got to make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay? Now let's get into the first topic of the day. Fly cameras and the police. Apparently the police been using fly cameras to follow women home and stalk them. Now, if y'all don't know what the fly cameras are the little poles that you see at every major corner in your city. I don't have to know where you at because I know that fly cameras are everywhere. They're in every major corner downtown and even in your neighborhoods. They look like little light poles without a light. And they typically have this little black thing on it, look like it's some sort of, I don't know what the hell it looked like, but it's got this little black thing on it, right? And that thing is an actual camera. Now, we spoke about the flat cameras on here, and I told y'all that camera is a radar system, or sort of like a radar system. Basically, and for y'all who don't know what cameras are that are like radar systems, I used to work with them, actually, so I have a little knowledge. So basically, the way these cameras work are, when they put these cameras up, they don't focus on one thing. It's literally a camera to get large areas of one thing or one mass area. And in that camera, it can focus from long distances. I'm here to tell you what I know. Get me up here. In these cameras with radars, they don't have to be up on you to see you. That's why the cameras are radars. That's why they have radars on the cameras. I'm sorry. So basically, a flat camera could pick you up in front of your door, And it can also follow you. I don't know what the radius is on these cameras, but let's just use a number. It could follow you 20 miles. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know the actual radius, but not only could this camera follow you from your home for the next 20 miles, it can zoom into your vehicle without being in it. This is what these cameras are. Listen to me and listen to me good. I work with radar systems. That's what I did for the last 12 years. You can't tell me. I managed radar systems. Now, what these cameras are capable of doing is they don't have to be near your car. But if that camera picks up your car, it can see right through your car. If you're in that bitch smoking weed, they can see it. If you're in that bitch sucking dick, they can see it. If you're in that bitch drinking, they can see it. Whatever you are doing inside of that car, whatever the radius is, they can see it. That's the purpose of these flock cameras. It's not for your safety. It's not just so they can see the outside of your car. That's what they show y'all on the doggone on the news and on the internet. They can literally see inside your car without being in your car. That's the flock cameras. Okay? I worked with radar systems for 12 years. I know what I'm talking about. I managed and produced radar systems for 12 years. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not stupid, okay? That's what these flock cameras are, allegedly. Okay? Now, according to this news article, they're saying that police have been using said flock cameras to stalk women. So if you single or even if you married and they see a bad bitch, they catch you on the camera and they following you all the way home. If they want to see if you fine, they can look through the camera and look in your car to see what you got on and see if you a bad bitch. Yes, that's what these flock cameras are capable of doing. Now, again, I don't know the radius of how far the camera goes, but whatever radius it reaches, it can literally see inside of your homes, not just your cars. Because if it can see inside of your cars, it can see inside of your homes. Did y'all catch that? If it can see in your car, then you know your house don't stand a chance, right? So these police were allegedly following women using the flock cameras. And this is against the law. It's stalking. Let's get into it. It says a new investigation has revealed that at least 50 police officers across the country have been charged or accused of misusing flock cameras or flock license plate reader cameras. In 26 of those cases, officers allegedly used the technology to track their wives, girlfriends, exes, or women they wanted to meet. Cases have surfaced in Georgia, Texas, Florida, Wisconsin, Kansas, and North Carolina, with some officers fired and others facing criminal charges, including stalking and unauthorized computer access. This is a doggone felony. All of them should be charged. In one Milwaukee case, investigators said an officer used flock cameras to track his romantic partner 124 times and that person's ex 55 times. Flock says it's rolling out new filters and audit tools to catch misuse before it happens. But critics argue that the network's reach has outpaced any real oversight. Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Don't be foolish. If the police was using these cameras to track their old ladies, to track their girlfriends, their wives, you see what I'm saying, and the bitches they liked, then what else is they using these cameras for? And it don't matter what kind of AI system they put in that's going to manage the misuse. Girl, bullshit. Them niggas is going to find out. Them police are, I told y'all, the most disgusting people are the people you trust. Y'all don't be listening to me, but they are going to use this flock camera, or they've been using this flock camera for their own personal reasons. And these are stalking and harassment. Not only should they be fired, but morally, they should never work in public service again. Period. Watch out for the flock cameras. They watching everything. Listen, they know if you in the car smoking and drinking. They know. Trust me. They just choose and pick how they want to roll. You know what I'm saying? Them crackers know who's all smoking and drinking in your car. They can see. Why do you think there's flock cameras everywhere? That's why. This is why flock cameras are everywhere, because they need to see exactly what you're doing. We're being watched. Okay? So I think those officers need to be arrested. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but at the end of the day, it's sick and it's disgusting. This is technology. I told you convenience is going to kill us all. Y'all think I just be talking on the side of my neck, huh? I know. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be thinking like, I be putting myself in y'all shoes. And I be saying to myself, if I wasn't me and I was watching me, I ain't gonna lie, part of me would be like, girl, shut your duck ass up. No cap. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't me, but I was watching me, then I'll be like, girl, go lay down sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes, a lot of times I'll be like, oh, she's spitting. But sometimes I'll be like, girl, go lay down, please. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll be thinking like that sometimes. Anyways, let's move on. Speaking of going lay down, Usher, first of all, that marriage is not real. It's fake. But let's take a look at Usher walking into an event with his wife. Now, this is Usher and his wife, right? She's going to grab the door. You think he would? Nope. But look, he's going to grab it after her and then wait for security to come hold the door for him. These is supposed to be the men's. So you didn't open the door for your wife. She grabbed the door because it ain't like you got that kind of chivalry. But after she grabbed it, you held it for her and then you waited for the security to come hold it for you. What kind of diva? These is the men these the ones y'all be freaking out over when he be trying to rub that herp on y'all's stomach. Yeah, I'm good. I'm straight on Usher. I'm good. Y'all can have the herp. And y'all can have the dance. I am straight on that. Bad enough he got the hurt. Then you don't want to be a man? Oh no, hell no. He got to go. Said what I said. And speaking of having to go, I seen this and I want to see what y'all think. Well, yeah, let me see what y'all think about this. Look at this little girl in the car with her mama. First day of school. Look at what she got to say. I ain't gonna lie, this kind of hurt my feelings. And I'm gonna tell you why after I let it play.
What you thinking about?
The bed, me in it, my eyes closed. The next day, me in the bed, eyes still closed. Wake up, look, go brush my teeth, get my tablet, get back in the bed.
So you're not ready for school? What you thinking about?
Now, most people thought that this was funny and it was cute, but it really hurt me because children are supposed to be vibrant. Children are supposed to be active. Children should want to go outside and play with their friends or go do this. At 7 years old, all she wants to do is lay down in the bed with an iPad. Now, let me ask y'all something. What kind of productive citizen would she be to society if her mother allows her to lay in the bed with an iPad? Because most of y'all doing that. How would she be able to take care of herself as an adult if she has the mindset at 7 that she just wants to lay up in the bed all day as if she works somewhere else? She just want to lay up in the bed all day and get up to brush her teeth and be on her iPad. This really hurt my feelings because this is the state of our children. And people think that this is funny and this is normal. This is a window into what we have to look for our future. Because if this is how they are as children, I hate to see them when they become adults. You want to know what they're going to look like when they become adults? Let me show you what they're going to look like when they become adults. This is what it's going to look like. All our children, as long as y'all laughing and kikiing and thinking this shit funny, this is going to be their future. And that's on Schoolyard. They going to be slaves shipped from one place to the next. All of these children, y'all think this is cute. Y'all think this is funny. Oh, she's so cute. I don't blame her. How she's 7 and 77 at the same time. It's cute now. Oh, it's hella cute now. But see in the future, when it's your child under this boat being transferred from here to there to everywhere and they don't have no clue on how to get themselves out of it and neither do you, then I ain't gonna lie. Then we gonna have something else to talk about because this is what they want for you. This is exactly what they want. So keep thinking shit sweet. Keep thinking shit cute. Keep thinking it's cute that this young girl, this baby, at 7 years old, she don't want to join no extracurricular activities. She don't want to go outside. She don't want to go nowhere. She want to lay up in the bed day in and day out with an iPad. Yeah. Mother, mama, I don't know who this is who uploaded this video. You're setting your daughter up for failure. And I don't want to hear people saying, well, how you going to take that from one clip? Tell them, don't post that shit. If this isn't indicative of her actual life, then stop posting it. So I'm going to go with the clip and say that you're setting your daughter up for failure. If she's lazy at 7, she ain't going to be worth a dime at 27. Let's move on. And this is not negative to say nothing about the daughter. I'm speaking to the mama. If she lazy at 7, she ain't going to be worth 2 nickels at 27. Y'all don't even make y'all children get up. I remember when I grew up, Saturday mornings ain't no laid up in the bed. Oh, hell no. You don't work nowhere. My daddy come around that corner, all my mom. You niggas don't work nowhere. Get y'all ass up. If you ain't got nothing to do, good. Clean up. We got shit to do around here. But now everybody got iPad babies, and we hadn't even spoken about what this does psychologically to these children. Also, do you know what your children watching on her iPad while she in the bed 24/7, 365? I'm pretty sure that's how she spent her summer. What she was watching, mama? I bet you don't know. I bet you don't know. I check my. No, you don't, bitch. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you posting this thinking it's cute. Let's move on. I feel bad. And not just for her, but for people like her. For parents like her. Our children have never been like this. They don't even have get up and go about themselves no more. Like, that's ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. I've never seen a 6 or 7-year-old with no oomph about themselves. I just want to get in the bed. Go to bed, sleep, wake up, brush my teeth, get back in the bed, go to bed, sleep, wake up, get back in the bed. Let's move on. Let's move on. Speaking of moving on, y'all remember this clear girl who killed that African? For y'all who don't know, there was this African dude who used to go on Twitter all the time and speak about how white women were better than black women. Mind you, he's an African. But he used to talk about how white women were better than African women and how he got him a prize. Either way, long story short, the white girl ended up shooting. I don't know if she shot him or if she stabbed him. I don't know which one this is. Either way, she ended up killing that nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Now, once she killed him, his African family came back to the internet asking for a GoFundMe, and we told them hell no. So now she went to trial for the situation. I'm surprised that happened because I remember when it first went down, they said her people is in the system. Her people is like judges and shit or something like that, allegedly. She stabbed them. Okay, thank you. So apparently she went to trial, and now we've gotten the final verdict for what happened to the trial. They said they gave her 6 years? And she killed somebody. Let's get into it. And from what I understand, it sounds like they're giving her time served. It says Courtney Clenny, sentenced to 6 years in boyfriend's fatal stabbing, will receive credit for nearly 4 years served. See what I'm saying? OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny has pleaded guilty to manslaughter in connection with the 2022 stabbing death of her boyfriend Christian Abu Sumli. Whatever. On Monday, Clenny, 30, pleaded guilty to manslaughter with a deadly weapon and admitted to causing the stab wound that led to Ambulanci's death inside their Miami apartment. As a part of the plea deal, Clenny was sentenced to 6 years in prison, followed by 5 years of probation. She will receive credit for the nearly 4 years she has already spent in custody. Cheney's attorneys have maintained that she acted in self-defense, described her as a victim of abuse, while Ambuseli's family has maintained that he was the victim of domestic violence. Let's get into it. Is there a video? Hold on, I ain't mean it like that. No, I don't think it's no video. But anyway, this is them. And again, he was one of them weird-looking Africans that used to come on the internet and speak about how great the white women were. And then the white women sent them to meet his maker. And I thought that was just, okay? Either way, she got 6 years sentencing, 4-year time served. That means she probably only is sentenced to 2, and they'll probably let her out within 2 weeks. She probably won't see 2 whole full weeks down at the jailhouse. That's how these crackers work. But anyways, that's what he get. Don't feel bad for him. Oh well, let's move on. I didn't feel bad when it happened. And let me just say this. It's not solely because he's African. It's mainly because I'm so tired of the Black Americans who go against other Black Americans, or Black people, period, who go against us, Black Americans, for no reason. I'm tired. And speaking of being tired, I will say this. I do not do DoorDash. And I don't understand how you trust random people to pick up your food. I never will understand. I've always made it a point to, instead of ordering DoorDash, that I get my lazy ass up and I get in my car and I go pick up my food, or I go to the store. I'm not one of y'all. I'm different. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm different. I don't sit on my ass and wait for somebody to bring me everything. I got a car, and sometimes I need to get out the house anyway. So what I do is, when I'm hungry and I need food, I don't wait on DoorDash to charge me $20 to drop this shit off. I get my keys in my purse and I go get it myself. If I need to go run to Walmart, I grab my keys in my purse and I go get it myself. See, this convenience is going to kill us all. I keep telling y'all. At any rate, I don't trust random people around my food. You guys have made it so normal and normalized so much that y'all got random people picking up your food, and you don't know what these people are doing with your food between the restaurant and your home. So many videos have come up with people going in your food and drinking your drinks and eating fries out your bag. And then I see this white man pull up with somebody's food and he's wearing a diaper. What if he skied it all on your hamburger? I'm not like y'all. I'm good on DoorDash. I think I may have used it twice in my entire life. I don't want them people picking up my food, but y'all like the convenience. Convenience is going to kill us all. Let's get into this man dropping off DoorDash with a diaper on.
What are you wearing?
Diaper.
You're wearing a diaper? You're shitting around my food?
I didn't shit around your food, and I apologize if I'm not delivering DoorDash. I'm driving Uber. If I'm not driving Uber, I'm driving Lyft. If I'm not driving Lyft, I'm working for Amazon. If I'm not working for Amazon, I'm selling at Works. If I'm not selling at Works, I'm at my dad's bar. So I don't have time to buy.
You think I care? There's kids around.
Somebody said random people cook your food, so it's not the it's the same both ways, or it goes both ways. That is not the truth. It is not random people cooking your food. It's people who went through a process to get a job, and then they filled out an application and then they got the job. But either way, the less amount of people handling my food is the safer for me. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong for door dashing, but I'll say this. I worked in a restaurant for over 10 years, and the least amount of people touching my food is better for me. And also, we haven't seen loads of videos of cooks messing with your food, but there's loads and loads of videos of DoorDash drivers eating your shit, licking your shit. They probably be spitting in your shit. You will never know. Especially, God forbid, you don't tip them how they want. You would never know. So regardless to y'all, I know how y'all like to rationalize things because we don't like to let go of things that are convenient to us. But I'm here to tell you, as a person who worked in a restaurant over 10 years, there's a high likelihood that nobody in the restaurant messing with your food. But when it comes to these DoorDash drivers, that's a whole other story. Go on TikTok and just log in DoorDash drivers and watch what you see. Again, I don't know how you keep DoorDashing. I'm going to just go up and get mine. I'm going to get up and go get mine. That's how I go.
Around here, man.
Yeah, I'm wearing a diaper, genius. I'm one of the kids.
That's disgusting. I'm going to call the fucking cops. Get away from my food.
Take your food, asshole.
You should take it back. Give me your...
All right, first off, what are you doing in that situation? Do you think that guy handled it the right way, or the woman handled it the right way, or do you think something else should have happened? Number one. Number two, we have grown men doing DoorDash in a diaper. Just let that sink in. Grown men delivering food in a diaper, and they think this is societally appropriate. What is wrong with our world that we've allowed this level of degradation to happen in society? That's my big thing. What happened to society that we allow this level of degradation to happen openly without...
Pause, because I don't think y'all understand. What is this? Hold on. I don't think y'all quite understand what just happened. Hold on. What is the sexual connotation behind adults wearing diapers?
For some, wearing diapers can be linked to sexual arousal, known as diaper fetishism, or part of the ABDL subculture. However, for others, it's about emotional comfort and not sexual in nature.
Back to it.
Saying anything. Like, this is wild. Absolutely wild. Let me know what you think in the comments.
What the fuck are you wearing?
Diaper.
You're wearing
Again, DoorDash if you like. I know personally, I'm not trusting any random people. Plus, and this is another thing too. Even with y'all DoorDashes and y'all Uber Eats, it be having 3-4 people in the car. You don't know what the fuck they doing to your shit. And if he's over there with a diaper on, how you know he ain't beat off on your shit and then put it back in the bag and gave it to you? This is not fake. This is not fake. Y'all are crazy. At any rate, DoorDash at your own wheels and at your own risk. I would suggest if you have the opportunity to go and get your food, don't be lazy. It ain't going to do nothing but make you fat anyway. Get up and go get your food, fat. It ain't going to kill you. Before DoorDash, we all went to the store and got our food. Now somebody saying to go get up and get your food, it sounds like craziness, huh? Sound like I'm talking out the side of my neck because all I'm saying is get up and go get your own food. But again, y'all ain't going to be satisfied till you're sick. Let's move on. I ain't about to bash. I'm not tongue wrestling with nobody. I get up and go get my shit. You continue to let them bring yours to you. I'm good, love. Enjoy. Y'all is crazy. I'm trying to save y'all. But again, I keep forgetting the message ain't for everybody. Those with eyes to see will see, and those with ears to hear will hear. But I will say this: I'm doing my part to try to show y'all the absolute truth, right? It's something that I can see that y'all don't see. So I'm trying to show y'all, but I get it. I get how y'all is with y'all convenience, Black Americans. I keep telling y'all this is y'all every time I try to warn y'all.
Yeah. Hey,
You get your fucking hands off me.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's beginning to not be funny. It's beginning to not be funny. I'm just starting to prepare myself for when I'm proven right, because it's gonna happen. That I just don't feel I put up a shield of armor so that I won't feel bad for y'all. I'm gonna be real. I'm starting to prepare myself so that I won't end up like Lot's wife in the book. I don't want to look back and turn into a pillar of salt messing with y'all, because I really do care about y'all. So what I need to learn to do is just give out the message. I ain't gonna tongue wrestle with y'all, let y'all take it and do what y'all want. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be too late when it's too late. Okay, when sicknesses start going around and then y'all realize it's connected to DoorDash, but again, we're reactive people. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video and watch out for them DoorDashers. Hopefully he wasn't in there skeeting off on them. And I wanted to show y'all about these clears. Clears at the beach. Remember, I keep telling y'all that white people do weird things in America or in the world because they're new, they're foreigners, they're aliens. Well, if y'all haven't heard, white people, you ever wonder why white people are so inquisitive all over the world? Like they love animals. They're so infatuated with earth and nature and shit like that. And they do stupid shit like hiking in mountains by themselves. The reason why they do that is because they are the newest groups of people on this earth. They're like inquisitive, you know, and they're inquisitive because this is the first time their soul has ever seen this shit, okay? So this is why you always see white people doing the most, okay? Now, on top of that, white people can be stupid. Not all y'all, but I'll say the mass majority of you motherfuckers is stupid. No cap. You feel what I'm saying? And they do stupid shit, and then whenever stupid shit fall back on them, then they be sitting up there looking crazy. I want to show y'all these two young white boys that decided to dig a hole in the sand, a huge hole in the sand, and then allow the sand and water to bury on top of them, and they almost got stuck in that shit. Ooh, and one of them back was turning as red as a red light. Do you hear me? The sun was cooking that cracker. Let's get into it. This is good for them. And their mom was over there with them too, watching it. I wish the sand would have caught her ass too. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the lights up.
Keep digging, ready? Keep digging. Then you'll make it.
Because I'm not letting my child dig no hole at no goddamn beach this deep. The hell wrong with you? What is you trying to build a tunnel? Hell no. I'm not letting my child dig no goddamn hole this deep. What the hell is going on? Pay attention to how red his back is. The sun was literally cooking that cracker like a baked potato. Look. Look at his back.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, you guys can do that. We'll stand away. You're welcome.
So now all these resources were wasted because the whites wanted to dig holes to hell. I wish I was the goddamn police dispatcher and y'all would have called me talking about they got two crackers stuck in the sand. I would have said, bury the ass. And to the mom who was out there, she was out there with him too, thinking that shit cute. At the end of the day, y'all is crazy. Stop digging holes and shit. And then furthermore, any person with common sense would have told y'all, if you dig a deep ass hole and then you leave a way for water to get in, then it's gonna bring in the sand. And sand is extremely heavy, heavier than water. So if you let water and sand get in, then you're probably gonna get buried in the goddamn sand. I don't have to know physiology. So what's the other ologies they be studying? I don't have to know physics to know that shit. It's common sense, dummies. And you saw this. Did y'all see the lifeguard run over there and take his shirt off? What you going over there for, David Hasselhoff? Get your ass in the back and call 911. That's what you should have did. He running over there like this an episode of Baywatch. Set your crazy ass down. Okay? Now, let's get into let's get into the NBA versus the WNBA. So what is going on with the NBA and the WNBA? Let me give y'all the cliff notes. So, okay, y'all. The WNBA is all women. We know that, right? Well, tell me why the WNBA has started announcing that they want to allow transgenders into the WNBA. Now, this is the gag. Anybody who thinks that this is normal, y'all ain't never wonder why they let women into men's sports. Why is it always men being put into women's sports? Oh, it's about to rain. Y'all hear that? Oh, Lord, I'm glad I got out and ran. But anyway, listen. There have been a lot of trans talk about putting transgender women inside of the WNBA. And the reason for that is, like I tell y'all, it's not about trans women. It has nothing to do with trans men. They want trans humans to be the next thing. So if you accept a man as a woman, then you're going to be more inclined to accept a robot or AI as a human. That's what this is all about. For all of you black people that's windmilling for the trans girls, you're windmilling for no reason. This has nothing to do with trans women. They're only using the trans women to push a bigger agenda. And I know a lot of y'all gonna sit on here and act like I'm talking off the side of my neck. But again, I forgot we are reactive. When we get there, because we're going, When the transhumans start coming over here, then y'all gonna come back over here and say I was right. And I keep telling y'all that's what this is all about. This is why they use black people's emotions to push these agendas, because they know that they have something real big in the background, okay? So now I showed y'all this video where the trans women were the coaches. They always start at the coaches. They started doing videos talking about allowing trans women into the doggone WNBA. And I told y'all that this is all a play. These coaches are paid actors, no different from the celebrities. They are the same type of people. They're in these occult organizations. They are paid actors and they are paid to push certain agendas. Let's get into this later. We spoke about this a few days ago.
I know you don't have the fever again in the regular season, but coming out of the break, one of the big news stories has been Sophie Cunningham and the protests for her and protests against her. And, you know, they had a national televised game today and Cheryl, you know, wore a shirt, and it's just a conversation. I'm wondering, just what do you think about it? Do you think that's good for the league? Does it detract from the basketball? Is it just noise? I'm just wondering what your opinion is.
I think, thank you for that question. I think just in terms of how I'm seeing it is, if I could answer with, like, for me, sports is about belonging. It's about inclusivity. It's about allowing everyone to be their authentic self. You know, I'm big on that just because I have been criticized for my height, for my ethnicity. I've been in those "you shouldn't belong here" many times. And for me, I don't want that space, especially Golden State, to ever feel like that. So I'm all about women, little girls deserving to play, and that includes trans women. So I'm all about inclusivity.
I know you don't have the fever again in the regular season, but
that is an agenda. That lady is doing what she was told to do. She's trying to compare her as a real woman to trans women. She's trying to say because she's been discriminated as a real woman that she don't want to discriminate against trans women. This is witchcraft. This is spell work. They're trying to manipulate your thoughts in reality to align with what they want you to think and believe. Does that make sense? So if you're more inclined to connect trans women with your own personal stories, then you're more inclined to welcome them in and even support. And that's what this is all about. And again, this has nothing to do with trans women. I know they have trans women that go through stuff. This isn't about you. They're using your pain to push their agendas, okay? So now it's been a lot of talk around the WNBA about allowing men in women's sports or allowing trans women in women's sports. And a lot of NBA players started getting upset and they started protesting, and they decided to protest in a different way. They started going off saying that they feel like they're a woman and they want to try out for the WNBA. Now, mind you, this is a protest. This is a protest, but this is also a stage because the world is a stage. Now, let's get into a couple of basketball players. Then I'm going to show you how they playing in all our face.
I realized my fear of flying really wasn't a fear of flying. It was the transgender trapped inside of me, caged inside of me, that gave me an aversion to small spaces. I think there are plenty of people out there who have
that makes perfect sense.
A transgender trapped deep down inside of them. And so they think they're
every one of you.
claustrophobic.
No. Every one of you do. Let's just be.
Yeah, they think they're claustrophobic. Not really claustrophobic. It's the transgender that's trapped. I realized my fear of
flying. Now, mind you, the NBA players are being funny. They're basically on here mocking the WNBA for saying they're allowing trans women into the doggone into the league.
Oh, earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable.
What would stop you from declaring for the WNBA draft?
I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association. But you know, hey, that'd be probably too much like right. So,
and unless they do that, you're very certain you're going to be declaring, right?
Oh no, I'm declaring. Yeah, no, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I'm a black I'm a young, black, hopefully United States senator that would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman athlete.
If you make it to the WNBA, you plan to use the women's locker room and all that with them?
I mean, of course. I mean, I don't want to be discriminated against. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't I use the women's locker room?
Is there any player in the WNBA that you think could match up well with you?
No.
No.
Maybe Enos. Maybe me and Enos should play on the same team. Oh, earlier this week I made the announcement.
It's going crazy. Hold on, there's more.
You know, right now I'm just having a blast in my feminine era. I never thought that I was a woman. You know, I've always trusted the science, and I thought I was a man my entire life. But you know, after further review, strong look at my personal preferences, it would appear that I am indeed sometimes identifying as a transgender woman, and I think it's only fair I get a chance to play with some of my queens here in the twilight of my career, my athletic prime.
Well, and so exactly what you're saying, Royce, is just sort of pulls the curtain back on the lack of clarity in the WNBA's policies under Article 8 of their 2026 collective bargaining agreement. It's simply,
you know, right now I'm just.
Oh, they going crazy. They protesting down to the ground.
Careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you.
So, as you can see, the NBA players are going into full protest because they don't believe that trans women should be in women's sports, i.e., basketball. And as a person, as a woman, as a Black American woman, I second that. I do not believe that trans women should play sports with women. If trans women want to play sports, then trans women need to create their own lane and create their own stuff, okay? But I don't believe that men who used to be men and now walk around and say that they're women because no surgery makes you a woman. So I don't believe that men who are men but walk around cosplaying as a woman should be doing any sports with other women. It is dangerous, it is sick, and it's not okay, okay? So I am on the side of all the people saying keep trans women out of women's sports. And to the trans women who feel some type of way, suck a dick and choke. Does that make sense? Bitch, and choke hard. Do you hear what I'm saying? I want you to choke so hard, you almost for a split second think you catching your breath, but then dick come in and block that airway too. You see what I'm saying? So that's for all of you TSs running around here feeling like y'all could bully women and get into our stuff. I do not believe that you should be in women's sports. Nigga, go create your own lane and go do your own sports. But again, I keep telling y'all, Black America, this is not about trans women. They're only using trans women to push a bigger agenda. And speaking of agenda, here go their main puppet, Steven Jackson. Now, I don't know why we even made this nigga famous. This nigga was in the league and he wasn't even famous. The only thing that nigga was famous for in the league was that he got into that goddamn rumble, that fight that happened with Ron Artest and all that shit. And really, now that I'm looking back in it, that nigga barely even swung. He a hoe ass nigga. But here comes Steven Jackson, the biggest coon since what's his partner name that got killed? George Floyd, the biggest coon since George Floyd, running around here now. He want to talk bad about the men who are trolling the WNBA for saying they want to allow trans women in. This is an agenda. Let's get into it. They sent one of their own, Steven Jackson.
What are y'all talking about, bro? Anybody who thinks a man should play women's sports, a born man should play women's sports, you're an idiot. You are an idiot, bro. You are an idiot. I don't care who you are. You ain't got to talk to me. You can be mad at me. I don't talk to none of y'all anyway. None of y'all. I don't talk. You are an idiot. Anybody thinks a born man should be playing women's sports, you are an idiot. And you are an insecure person. Okay? 9 out of 10 times, that ain't nothing but a play because motherfuckers not good enough to play with men. You want to just say you a woman and go play with women to try to...
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood the title. So he's going off on the trans women trying to get in the sport, but this is a play. Okay, let's go back. This is still a play. They got their coon to come over here and capitalize off of it, but it's still a play. Check it out.
Dominate, that's whack. And you know what it is? It's mostly white men that ain't got no athleticism because we've been dominating basketball and sports, even our women dominating it. Now y'all want to try to put y'all men in women's sports to dominate it because we dominate basketball? Man, I know the play. But anybody who thinks this shit is cool is an idiot. Straight idiot. I said.
So, okay, Steven Jackson is a coon. Okay, let's start there first. And he is a plant. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I ain't gonna say he a plant because that would imply that he knew what this shit was about when he first jumped off the porch, and he didn't. I think after a while, once the George Floyd shit popped off, they really got a hold of him. But anyway, here he comes adding his 2 cents in, and this is all theater. This is all political theater. Even the WNBA bringing up inviting trans women into the WNBA. It's all about theater. It's distraction, and it is a way to get you emotionally charged. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know if the WNBA is seriously allowing trans women to try out. If that is the case, then I'm pretty sure that it's not going to end up well for the women in the sport. However, they need the theater to spark the conversations and to get people on board. Now, this is the gag because the Steven Jackson bit, this is the reverse psychology of it all. Because if you get Steven Jackson to come on here and say, see, remember I told y'all if y'all been on Educational Friday, they always want us to focus on skin color so we won't understand what this is really about. If Steven Jackson comes on and make it about race and it's about white men wanting to be in the league with black men, with black women, and take over the game, then you will think that that's what it's really about. It's a race issue. This has nothing to do with race. This is about the core of who you are and the core of who they are. The trans women going into the league is not about trans women. Have y'all watched the movie? What's the name of this movie? Space Jam. If you watch the movie Space Jam, the characters were able to join the NBA, the little cartoons. They turned the cartoons into real life NBA players, and these NBA players went on to be the greatest players of all. I believe they've already done that with a lot of people, LeBron. However, I believe that this trans women in sports is for the transhumans, the AIs, the robots. And it's not about women's sports. They're going to put trans people or transhumans in everything. It's about a bigger, larger agenda. Remember, it's not just about work. They want the robots to be in charge of everything. They want these AI humanoid robots to literally be, yes, Monstars. That's another one. That's the name of the little characters. They were Monstars that were turning into WNBA players. They literally want trans humanoid robots to literally be in charge of everything. And that's what this is about. Now, the back and forth with the players declaring that they joining, that's all political theater. That is all political theater. Now, I'm not saying some of them don't really mean this. Some of them might. But at the end of the day, that's all political theater to get the conversation going. And they got Steven Jackson to come cooning over here. Y'all just mad because we black and we more powerful. Shut up. Where was your antennas when they started letting when they started cutting down on the amount of black Americans coming into the league and only putting in foreigners? Why we ain't hear Steven Jackson when they started inviting all them Nigerians from all over everywhere else and putting them in the league and cutting down? Bad enough, less than 1% of black Americans made it to the league. Do you know now it's even less than that because they don't hire as many black Americans? It's more foreigners in the NBA. Where was Steven Jackson when this was going on? I'm pretty sure he even if he wanted to say something, he couldn't because his handlers don't allow him to do so. I don't give a damn. This a nigga that eat pork and swear he a Muslim but eat coochie. Man, get him off of here. At the end of the day, don't fall for the WNBA banana in the tailpipe. This is about transhumans, okay? And they probably will let trans women in. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Speaking of keeping an eye on it, this is sad. Again, all you old hoes round here with these children, you bitches is sad. Lil' Kim posted this video on her and her man, and you got people around there thinking this shit is cute, and it is not. This little boy looked young enough to be her child. I don't understand you old hoes. Lil' Kim, the way this hoe used to rap, and I used to be a huge fan of Lil' Kim. The way Lil' Kim used to rap, somebody wrote it in the chat. You would have thought this bitch was going to end up with El Chapo. This bitch ended up with Arnold from Hey Arnold, bitch. This hoe ended up with a child from the PBS channel. Not just her, Trina, another one. All you old, these hoes is 50 plus. These hoes is 50 plus. You bitches don't have no intellect where y'all gotta go run behind children. These are children. He's 26. Yeah, you the type of bitch been looking at him since 16. You the type of bitch been keeping your eye on him since he was about 12 and 13 and his voice started changing. You know, women can be predators too. This shit is sick. She too old and she too weird to be with this young ass boy who probably over there using her anyway. This is sick and it's disgusting. Kimberly, just like Trina, you look a mess. And all of those things that you rapped about for all of those years go out the window. At this point, when I listen to Lil' Kim music, I feel like that whole rapping for me. Bitch, you ain't rapping for you. Because none of that shit you said in your raps was true. Ho, you was capping. Bitch, you rapping for me at this point. I literally be processing. That hoe ain't talking about her. She talking about me. You hoes is sad and tired. Tied and through. And this is the new trend now. All these old hoes, they coming after y'all sons. They coming after y'all sons. Watch out. I'm glad I ain't got no son. Because I know I could see my old ass beating the piss out one of you hoes playing with my son. On schoolyard and everything I love. I could see myself coming out of retirement and batting the piss out one of you hoes for playing with my son. Because I grew up like that. This lady who used to be cool with my mama, they used to be real good friends. Her son ended up being taken by her friend. Her friend who was in her 50s got her 18-year-old child and married that boy and was with him for like 10 years. And then they broke up, ruined them down. Black Americans don't talk about how boys get groomed and used by women too. And I'm going to come on here and talk about it. I knew a woman like that. Couldn't wait for her friend's sons to grow up so she can go over there and snatch them. Fucking predators. And that's what Lil' Kim and Trina is giving to me. And Keisha Cole. You hoes is giving predator tease. Said what I said. You bitches is too old to be around here messing with these children. Y'all hoes don't even have nothing in common with these little boys. You bitches probably buying PlayStations to keep the little niggas happy. And they still gonna cheat with somebody younger than you, stupid assholes. Watch. They still gonna go cheat with a young hoe. Watch. Because regardless of whatever you feel, bitch, at the end of the day, that's still a young man. And when you get old and wrinkled, bitch, he gonna be waiting on the next tight coochie. And there's gonna be a wrap on your old ass. Mama Jones, another one too. I forgot about her. Mama Jones, she another one with somebody's child. And these young boys is coming off you dumb assholes. Coming up off you stupid assholes, making money, getting all kind of recognition, getting fame, getting clout, all kinds of stuff. And you old hoes who can't get no man. That's what it is. A bunch of old hoes who can't find a man and a man wouldn't want him if she was on a sale. Bitch, it's y'all hoes running behind them children, running to go be with them children. You're sick. You bitches need therapy. You're sick. You're sick. Lil' Kim, Trina, Mama Jones, Keisha Cole, you hoes are sick. And I wouldn't trust you around mine. I wouldn't try. I'm glad I ain't got no son, because I'll beat them beat the piss out of a lot of you bitches. I'm so glad I ain't got no son, especially if you my friend and you done been around me and my child and you gonna wait till my child grow old, Trina, allegedly. Man. Let's move on. That shit's sick, bruh. It's sick and it's sad. It's not cute. And I'm not going to get on my platform and lie and say it's cute. That shit is not cute at all. Let's get into Funky. Funky Dineva. I keep telling y'all, Funky Dineva allegedly. I believe that Funky Dineva is under contract. Who do I believe he's under contract with? I don't know specifically. But I remember when he moved from Atlanta to Florida. And then I also remember when he moved back from Florida to Atlanta. I saw it was an opportune time during the political season. And I told y'all in that moment that Funky is a paid partner with the goddamn Democratic Party. I know what I told y'all. I was there when I said it. I told y'all Funky Dineva is going to be a spokesperson for the LGBTQIA plus in the left. I told y'all that. So now here it is. Funky moves back to Atlanta. His content goes from talking about celebrities to now he's more, and I'm not saying he never did talk about more serious topics, because he did, but it got more heavily focused on politics and on this shit with the LGBTQIA plus. I used to follow Funky for years. He wasn't heavy on that shit like that, not like he is now. His rhetoric started to change. And then in my mind, because I watch everything, bitch, please. A lot of you hoes over here watching me. I know a lot of you content creators be over here. Not just here, on the other channel too. Bitch, I know. I ain't stupid. And just like you hoes be watching me, I be watching y'all hoes too. I just don't watch your channel. Dummy. I don't go over there and watch y'all shit. Not for the most part. At any rate, so Funky Dineva, I told y'all, is a puppet for the Democratic Party and for that LGBTQIA, not the first letters, that plus. He's there to push that agenda. Not just him, T.S. Madison. I keep telling y'all. Y'all don't want to believe me, but I'm telling y'all, I believe that Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison's main job is to make sure they keep the ears of black people. Remember, they've already sold their souls, so they need more souls to collect to bring down to hell, okay? And no shade, but I got to say this part. Any nigga fighting prostate cancer and still haven't found a way to see the error in their ways to change things up a little bit, that's an evil motherfucker. That's an evil bitch. Funky Dineva around there fighting and windmilling on cancer and still implementing goddamn agendas. That means he knows he's going to hell. He knows his soul is already stolen and sold, that too. And he don't care about how many people he bring down with him, okay? Period, point blank. All right? Now let's get into why we're here. Here comes Funky. Remember, I keep telling y'all, the LGBTQIA plus community is not about those letters. It's about the plus. And the reason why they don't tell you all the letters behind the plus is because that is where they're hiding the pedophilia. So the LGBTQIA plus community has been hijacked so that the agenda can be pushed for transhumans and for pedophilia. Now, there's a section in the plus part that's called minor attracted persons. Let's go pull that up so we can see what a minor attracted person is, because Funky wants us to get comfortable with these people. Hold on. What is a minor attracted person? Is it going to play? It says a minor attracted person, or MAP, is an umbrella term for an adult or older adolescent who experiences a primary or exclusive sexual attraction to underage individuals. This term encompasses attractions to prepubescent children, prepubescent youth, and other adolescents under the age of consent. It's called a minor attracted person. Hold on. Are minor attracted persons a part of the LGBTQIA plus community?
Minor attracted persons are not considered part of the LGBTQIA plus community. LGBTQIA plus advocacy groups and organizations, along with community standards, reject any connection to this.
This is a play. See, at first they deny it. At first they say, no, we don't want any parts with them. But the fact of the matter is, it's true. That's what this is all about. It's never about the letters. It's about the plus. I keep telling y'all, minor attracted persons, I believe, are also a part of the plus. And I'm only saying I believe to cover my ass. Because Google already got the AI lying to y'all, telling y'all that it's not. Do your research, man. That's why I keep telling y'all, you can't listen to everything Google say. Google is a lie and the truth ain't in it. You got to know your own shit. Listen, minor attracted people are a part of that community. And that's what this is all about. So why are we here? Funky Dineva took to his platform to speak about these people. Not just to speak about them, he's sympathizing with them. According to Funky, he couldn't imagine waking up one day and being a minor attracted person or being attracted to prepubescent children. Now, I want to, before I play this video with the DL Whisperer, let me get Funky's video by itself. Hold on. Because I want to make sure we get Funky's words. Didn't I share Funky words? Hold on. Here you go. Let's get what Funky had to say. Then we'll come back to the DL Whisperer. I saw it on his channel first. Let's get into it. And let me tell you why this is important. Because Funky has a large following on YouTube. And because people love Funky, they'll go against what they believe is right for Funky. So how does it work? It works like this. Well, I don't really believe that, but I like Funky Dineva, so I'll listen to it. And then after a while, it goes from I'll listen to it to, you know what? He is kind of making sense. Because now that I think about it, I remember when I was 13, I did like this man who was 25. And technically, that would have been a minor attracted person too. So technically, that's what this is about. This is what they want you to do. And this is the agenda. So people who like Funky Dineva, listen, these are facts. People who like Funky Dineva will go against their own better judgment just to follow him. This is why they pay a lot of money to influencers. Does that make sense? Okay, let's get into what Funky had to say about the minor attracted people. It says, clip of Funky Dineva saying he feels bad for people who have a natural attraction to children. First of all, an attraction to children is not natural. But I keep telling y'all, words are fucking powerful. Words are fucking powerful. If you put natural in front of attraction to children, subconsciously it tells you it's okay. Because words put our thinking caps on. Words are powerful. See, you don't even know the witchcraft when you're reading it. If they put naturally attracted in front of children, your brain gonna process it as that's normal. You see what I'm saying? Let's get into Funky.
I feel bad for anyone who wakes up one day and discovers that they have a sexual attraction to children.
Who the fuck wakes up one day and discovers they have a sexual attraction to children? Who does that? Genuine question. Who the fuck does that? Do minor attracted people one day suddenly wake up and realize they have an attraction to children?
For many people who are attracted to minors, the realization isn't a sudden awakening. It's a gradual process, often occurring during puberty or early adolescence as their sexuality develops, similar to other sexual orientations.
You heard that? Similar to other sexual orientations. They trying to make this shit normal. So they're saying that it's normal. They don't just wake up like that. It happens during puberty, like all the other sexual orientations. Did you hear that part? Let me run it back.
For many people who are attracted to minors, the realization isn't a sudden awakening. It's a gradual process, often occurring during puberty or early adolescence as their sexuality develops, similar to other sexual orientations.
Similar to other sexual orientations. That they trying to normalize this shit. The fuck I'm looking at? Let them finish.
Listen to me carefully. And I'm not talking about people who have acted on it. I am not talking about people who have acted on it or harmed children. Listen carefully. I feel
he's very careful with his words because he understands how powerful the words he's using. I'm not talking about people who's acted on it. What's the fucking difference?
bad for someone who woke up one day and without any choice of their own had for them what was a natural attraction to children. I feel like it's a burden that none of us would ever want to carry.
He called it a burden. So if you're a pedophile, it's a burden that the people are carrying. Listen to this nigga. He already on his last leg. He don't give a fuck. He want all you niggas to die with him. Listen to this nigga.
And I always say I'm very fascinated by the human brain. And I am. And I guess the reason why I am able to have this level of introspection when it comes to people who have a pedophile problem is because oftentimes the general society loves to throw the LGBT community in that same bucket with them. And I just like to speak in possibilities, right? If it is possible with no input of my own that I was born gay and that I was born with an attraction to men.
They are trying to connect pedophiles with gay. And to the gay people, if I were you, I would feel fucking played. If I was gay, if I was a gay man or a gay woman, oh no, bitch. That's what you're not going to do. Because let me tell you what's going to happen next. If they connect the gay community with the pedophiles, they're going to say all gay people are pedophiles. So if you are somebody you know is gay, man or woman, you're going to be now looked at as a pedophile. You see how that works? If they connect the gays with the pedophiles, then all people who are gay, I'm here to warn you. I don't give a damn if you're a woman or a man. If they connect the gay with the pedophiles, all gay people, all y'all hoes running around here talking about y'all queer and you lesbian, people gonna start calling y'all pedophiles. Oh, it's coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Funky is connecting the gays with the pedophiles. Funky.Neva is single-handedly on Instagram, YouTube, and any other platform. He, not no other straight person, please. This is not a straight person doing this. This is not somebody anti-LGBTQ. No. You have your own prominent member connecting the gays to the LGBTQIA+. You got him connecting y'all to the pedophiles. So I'm warning you now. It's coming. And we're going to come back here and we're going to Joce it. It's coming. They are going to start to say that anybody who is gay is a pedophile. Mark my word. Let's let Funky finish.
I do believe that it is possible that somebody can be.
Oh, and this is how they're going to use the reverse psychology to trick y'all. Once they want people to think that all pedophiles or all gay people are pedophiles so that it can start a war. Not a physical war, but a social war, right? So they're going to divide and conquer. They're going to use one half of America to say that all gay people are not pedophiles. And then they're going to use the other half of America to say that all people are pedophiles. And while we arguing about who is and who ain't, the pedophile's going to be already in there. Thank you, Funky. Funky's offering us a gift.
Born with an attraction to children. I do. And again, I'm not attempting to excuse it, and I'm not trying to make it right or anything. I just do. And it would have to suck to one day wake up and be like, I'm attracted to 11-year-olds.
He's making it palatable and normal. This is why he's saying it would suck to wake up. Remind you, Sydney Starr just got arrested with the 13-year-old. Oh, this is bad for the community. Oh, this is bad. Oh, yeah, they use Melissa. Melissa, the OG, said voodoo, and they using Black creators to push it. They always use us. That's all. They always use us. This is all they do. Now, Funky Dineva, a gay Black man, is single-handedly connecting you guys with pedophilia. I'm telling you, do not get mad at me and do not get mad at nobody else. It's this nigga right here, him. He's single-handedly calling and connecting you guys to pedophiles. Not only that, he's making it palatable for you to digest by using terms like natural attraction to children and waking up one day understanding that you're attracted to 11-year-olds. All of these things are spells. You want to know what spell work is? You want to know what witchcraft is? There fucking go. There go. Funky, bruh. You gone, bruh. And I get it. They must have paid you a nicer coin. You gone, bruh. And they got a lot of Black women still on your channel and ain't gonna see nothing wrong with what you said until their children are the next victims. They are trying to push an agenda for minor attracted people on you. They want you to willingly hand over your children to grown adults. And it's not going to be the Black people. It's for the white people. They just use Black people to push it. Let's see what the DL Whisperer had to say, bro. This is sick. This is beyond sick. This is beyond sick.
I feel bad for anyone who wakes up one day and discovers that they have a sexual attraction to children.
On today's episode of People Say the Craziest Shit That I've Ever Heard on the Internet.
I'm not talking about people who have acted on it. I am not talking about people who have acted on it or harmed children. Listen carefully. I feel bad for someone who woke up one day and without any choice of their own had for them what was a natural attraction to children.
Are people trying to normalize people being attracted to minors? Because the word natural implies that this is something that could just happen, to anybody.
Yep.
To children.
Oh. And just like that gay and lesbian spirit got all our men quiet on the creek, the pedophilia spirit about to come on y'all too. Y'all better get out there and ground and meditate. That pedophilic demon, just like that quiet on the creek spirit, got a lot of these niggas bending over on the creek. The pedophilia spirit is coming. No, it's already here. But they about to put it out in real blast. So now watch how many people come out on the pedophilia spirit. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Funky. Funky is the gift that keeps on giving, ain't he?
I feel like it's a burden that none of us would ever want to carry.
My brain couldn't compute what he was trying to say. Does anybody understand what he was trying to say? What I took from it might be completely different than what he actually meant. Because he's not saying that it's natural for people to be attracted to minors, is he?
Yes, he is.
I feel bad.
Yes, the fuck he is.
Anyone who wakes up one day and discovers that they have a sexual attraction to children.
On today's episode of People...
You know what this reminds me of? I just seen the video where they had people online saying that it was the children's fault for messing with Sydney Starr. Now it makes sense. I'm telling you, man, they want us to be comfortable with adults coming in and grabbing up your kids. And it's going to work. It's already working. They already have people literally online acting as if this shit is normal. Hold on. Let me go see if I can pull that video. Is it this one? And this is a 6-minute video, but I'm only play a little bit of it. They were already starting the campaign online. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. They helping push the agenda too. Look.
Neighbors, last week news broke that City Star was arrested for allegedly assaulting a juvenile in a hotel in Atlanta. Now, police haven't released a lot of information into this case because the person is a juvenile. All we know is that the boy was apparently 13 years old. A lot of people have been giving their opinions on this story, and these two women that we're going to look at their videos in a second, they kind of took a different approach. While they definitely condemn what Sydney did and don't stand by it at all, they also call to question, what about the teens and the girls and the boys that are out here?
I just want to say there will never, ever, 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 ever in my life be a situation where a child and an adult are in some sort of sexual capacity and I'm ever blaming that child.
Lying about their age and adults.
And I'm not obtuse. I do know that some children lie about their age. However, the responsibility still falls on the adult. So regardless of if the child lied, the responsibility still falls on the adult. Henceforth, I will never be in a situation where I say it's the child's fault. Because unless that child held you down and raped your ass, nigga, you did it.
Situations that they shouldn't be in. Who's holding them accountable? Y'all tell me y'all thoughts below.
How old was the teenager that said whatever he said?
13.
13, right. Nowadays, this generation lies about their age. So you would think somebody 13, 14, 15, 16, not to say that I'm justifying the fact, but it just like some people lie about their age. Like, what if she didn't know his age? Or what if he did? She did know his age, but I'm not going to justify the fact and say, oh, that's okay, because that shit's not okay. Either way it goes, either way around. Like, even kids nowadays, that's 15, 16, they dating 20, 21-year-olds, 22.
So you're saying it's okay?
No, I'm not saying it's okay.
What are you saying?
I'm basically saying, like, you got to look at 2 case scenarios. We can't
lock that bitch up.
I think I'm going to ruffle a couple feathers when I say this, but I honestly don't give a fuck. With the Sydney Star situation, with the little boy or whatever, let me say this. Yes, it is absolutely wrong for an adult in any shape or form to fuck with a child. Y'all know how I feel about motherfucking pedophiles. Y'all see me go up on my page multiple times about pedophiles. So y'all.
I don't know this girl, but she's a very performative bitch. Oh, I go up for pedophiles. Oh, I go off on pedophiles. But she's also about to give pedophiles a pass. Y'all got to be mindful of these people, man. She's very performative. She probably been touched her damn self and feel like other children need to go through it. I'm telling you, it's weird ass shit.
I know how I feel. There's no need for me to even go into that. But I'm going to say this.
And she's married. Oh, my God.
As a person who was once a child.
And she's married and probably got kids. I bet you she said she was touched.
Who was once 14. I'm going to say I was out here doing shit a 14-year-old was not supposed to do.
There go. Didn't I tell y'all? This is my first time hearing this. She's going to try to make the shit rational because she was out there doing it. Man.
I have lied about my age. I have talked to niggas that was above my age that I should not have been talking to. I was hanging around adults that I should not have been hanging with, smoking, drinking, basically being fast. And in this day and age, we have a bunch of motherfucking kids who, 1, don't look like kids, 2, don't act like kids, and 3, that be in grown-up spaces doing grown-up shit. And we have grown-ass adults condoning it because we don't have the same old heads that we had back in the day that would slap you across your motherfucking face and sing you about your way or whoop your ass when you got out of a child's place.
Well, where was your old heads at? Apparently, you ain't had no old heads either, because according to you, you was outside fucking, riding, fucking with niggas 25 and 30 at 12 and 13. Where was your old heads at? Man, y'all gotta watch these hoes. Y'all gotta watch these hoes on this internet. Bitches got a camera and they just get on this bitch talking out the side of their neck. Where was your old head? When you was out there passing out pussy at 14, where was your old head? Man, watch out. Man, these hoes. For real.
Yeah, we don't have them old heads no more that put children back in their place when they got out of line. So I'm not saying that it's right for any adults to be fucking with kids, but I'm also not saying that it's right for these kids to be out here acting like they fucking above the age that they are.
This the kind of girl, I swear on my soul, because she went through it, she believes other children should go through it too. I ain't gonna say she believed they should, but she believed that if they do, then it's fine because she went through it. I can tell, I could smell it on her. I could smell it on her. Oh, it's wrong, but if you was over there flirting with him, then I see why he raped you. Because you was flirting with him. Oh, it's wrong, but I remember that time you came downstairs and you had on little bitty shorts. You was antagonizing him. She that kind of bitch. That's the kind of bitch we dealing with right here. Oh, it's wrong, but you is fast. And you only 14. And you do be acting like you grown. So I see why he went over there and touched on you. Because you act like you grown. Oh, you wrong, but that's that bitch right there. That's her right there. And she's married. Oh my God, I hope she don't have children. Listen, this is the point. Funky Dineva is here to make this shit normal. Not to the whites. That's what they do. White people been screwing their children. Amongst us. They use Funky Dineva. Listen to me and listen to me good. Because when it comes to content creators, Funky is one of the tops when it comes to black spaces. So using his platform and his mouth is major for this kind of doggone agenda. So they must have allegedly paid that nigga Funky, or he under some kind of contract where he got to do whatever them crackers tell him to do. And he's on here now trying to normalize pedophilia by saying stuff like natural attraction to children and having the burden of being attracted, as if these things are disabilities. Not only did Funky say that it's a natural attraction or a burden, he also even said that it's like being in the gays. He literally linked pedophilia to gay people. So now moving forward, once they bring in the minor attracted people and make them known, people are going to look at the community and say, it's all your fault. They are going to single-handedly say that all of y'all who running around here with the LGBTQ on your back, they're going to call you the pedophiles. They're going to say you're pedophilic, and even if you've never touched a child, because you're a part of that community, they're going to say you support that. It's coming. It's here. It's here. Welcome to the party. You're late. It's here. So now all of y'all gays, all of y'all running around here, I'm a lesbian. I'm not black. I'm a gay. I'm a TS first. I wonder how them letters gonna treat you when everybody start calling you a pedophile, because it's coming. Oh, yes. It's coming. And I need y'all to thank Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva is the one that came to the blacks in the community to tell us that pedophilia is a burden. And it's a what he said, it's a natural attraction. Funky. And this is the gag. I can almost guarantee you his audience didn't challenge him on it. Maybe some was in there saying, oh my God, Funky, oh no. But for the most part, they were extremely passive aggressive. You bitches be scared to question these niggas. So I'm pretty sure y'all didn't go and question him and tell him I'm unsubscribing. You bitches unsubscribe for less. But I bet you y'all ain't gonna tell Funky y'all unsubscribing, because y'all like the minor attracted people too. Let's move on. And I ain't taking that back. You bitches ain't gonna go over there and stop watching, because you minor attracted people too. Let's move on. Y'all hoes gonna be right back in front of Funky face, and every 5 minutes he gonna be sprinkling in more damage to your community and your children. This is a direct attack on our children, and y'all can't see it because you're so busy being entertained. Go ahead on, run around there by Funky, and Funky, you dirty bitch. You knock-kneed funky hoe. You already know how I feel about you, nigga. Every time I think in the back of my mind that maybe, just maybe, you come back and show me that you're working for the devil. You are a demon in disguise. And when you marched your punk ass down to Florida University and you got your goddamn degree in economics, them bitches ain't teach you nothing about morality and goddamn integrity, you funky dog. But God gonna punish you, bitch. He gonna punish you. You got to know it. And I said it. I fucking said it. Said what I said. God gonna punish you, bitch. He's attacking our children. Funky Dineva is attacking our children, and God said hi, but he looked low. When that bitch on here in ICU, don't y'all come over here crying. Don't y'all come over here. He's still a human being. Fuck that nigga. Fuck about that hoe ass, punk ass nigga laid up in that regular ass apartment by himself, nobody to love, in that bitch with the bed on the floor and no headboard. Fuck that nigga. Fuck about that regular ass hoe, punk ass nigga. Fuck Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison and anybody fucking with them. Fuck you too. Said what I said. Weird ass niggas. Now we gotta accept natural attraction to minors. There's no way he can discuss it. There's no way he can come back and tell me that ain't what I meant. The bitch said what he said. And any one of you hoes that's running around here acting like the nigga ain't said, your ass must be a pedophile too. Raggedy hoe. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let me read a couple of super chats before we get into Tasha K. They say Tasha K beefing on with the... No, we got to get into Deion Sanders with AIDS, allegedly. It's just so much going on. Happy Tuesday, bro. Happy Tuesday, bro. Bro, I'm so tired of Funky Dineva, bro. And this, you know what pisses me off the most about Funky? He's so fucking talented. He could have done so much more. But he went and made that deal with the devil, and now he about to collect souls and take them to hell with him. Now he about to collect souls and take them to hell with him. And I don't give a fuck if any of you regular ass bitches over here from the funky bunch or whatever you hoes is. Kiss the blackest part of my ass, bitch. And you can go run back and tell that punk what I said. All you hoes. Go back and tell that punk exactly what I said. Word for word. Screenshot it. Send it to that punk. Bitch. Fuck wrong with you hoes. You hoes is letting life and bullshit fuck you up. That's why our churn is jacked up the way they is. And that's why they gonna attack our churn. Because you bitches is so used to being entertained, you can't even see when a nigga's setting up for your fucking child to be molested. This nigga on live entertaining y'all, getting you good and primed up so they can come grab your children. Good. Good. Fucking good. God bless the kids. That's all I got. God bless the fucking children, because the parents is going to give them away. Ragla ass niggas. Man, God sit high and look low. And guess what? And guess what? Guess what? That karma going to be in front of the world, Funky. You think you doing this shit and we ain't going to get to see your demise? Your karma going to be right in front of the world. Where you acted out at, that's what God going to show out on your ass at. You got to know it, nigga. You got to know it. And there's no reason for you even to bring it up as a fucking conversation, punk. You bought it up because you want people to start being cool with it. And God sit high and look low. He on your ass, punk. He on your ass. He on your ass, nigga. He on your ass. That's why every time you log out, I bet you your body in pain, bitch. He on your ass. Let's move on. Girl, I couldn't believe that shit when I saw that shit from Funky. That really blew me. I couldn't believe it. And people are starting to rationalize with this shit. That's spell work. Witchcraft. Okay? Penelope, thank you, beautiful, so much for making it rain. Shout out to Penelope in the chat. Y'all get the likes up. We got to get on Deion Sanders allegedly having HIV. Hold on. Thank you so much, Penelope, for the super chat and always for making it rain. I appreciate you, beautiful. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Thank you for the super chat. She says, I have been saying this forever. It says they are programmed and that's why they can't hear you. I knew what those pluses stood for when these folks have infiltrated every sector of society. Facts. And I knew that Tasha K versus FBA thing was going to get hot. Love you, girl. Thank you so much, Penelope. I appreciate you. Yeah, listen, anybody who understands this thing knows that that plus is for a reason. Now, Google's going to tell you that the map people are not a part of that plus, but I'm here to tell you that they are. Don't listen to what AI says verbatim, or don't take everything AI says at face value, because AI is programmed to lie to you. Okay, thank you, Penelope. I appreciate you. And I'm about to get into that Tasha K versus FBA. They drag my girl, huh? Darius Lamore, thank you for the super chat. Says you missed my super chat on Monday, on Musty Malone Monday, but did you get my email of Krishan Rock leaving Jr. in that spoiled diaper on live? And when she left him under the covers to shower with Blue, OMG. Yes, I put that in the video. Thank you, Darius. The video you sent me with her getting up to go shower, I put it in the video that was on the channel. So yes, I did get it, and I'm so sorry I missed your super chat. It must have been an oversight. I am so sorry, but thank you so much for all of the information you send me. I be needing it. Thank you, Darius. I appreciate you, handsome. Thank you. Hold on, let me read a couple of more super chats so we can get back into the show. The Only Chelsea, thank you for the super chat, says they need to get rid of all food delivery apps. They really do. Because let me think about it like this. How lazy has it made us? We don't even want to get up and go to the store no more. It's DoorDash for everything. Uber Eats for everything. They're making us fat, funky, and lazy. And not just physically, internally, spiritually, emotionally. If all you doing is laid up in the bed waiting on DoorDash or waiting on somebody to bring you the stuff that you need to get up and go get, then psychologically, what are you doing to yourself, you know? Thank you, The Only Chelsea. What you cooking? Thank you for the super chat. Says, Boo, did you see when Boosie talked about how he met Rajel on Ricky Smiley Pod? No. Send me the clip. I ain't see it. Thank you. What you cooking? Nene Naturally, thank you for the super chat. Says, can you get a mic when your voice fluctuates? The audio goes in and out. Love you, Vu. #babe. I did. I actually bought a new mic. I have one. I just didn't set it up properly before I got on today. I will set it up before we get back on tomorrow. I bought a new mic. I promise you. I think this mic is going out. Thank you. That's why I said I was going to try not to fluctuate my voice, but apparently it's not working. Sorry about that, Nene Naturally. Thank you again for the super chat. Says Funky asked Tamar how he could get in the Illuminati on his live a while ago. He said he was tired of being broke. I've been stopped watching him. He probably sold his ass and his soul. It wouldn't surprise me. Thank you, Nene Naturally. And thank you again for the super chat. Says Funky sound like he trying to cover something. He paid for peen and he probably got some underage peen and don't want to be exposed, allegedly. Nah, wouldn't surprise me none. Because no regular human in their right mind will come to the internet and talk to us about how they empathize with minor attracted people. What? And thank you again for the super chat, Nene Naturally. She says, Sydney said he don't have a peen that Eddie Winslow paid for in an interview. Either he lied about getting surgery or he used something. I don't think Eddie Winslow. Let me tell you something about the TSs that y'all don't know. The TSs is only a TS. The value comes from the peen. Y'all don't know that part. I studied it. I didn't study it. I just paid attention. So what makes the TS so valuable is the peen. So much so that when they cut off the peen, they lose all access to their tricks and their trades. So the TSs have learned that they need to keep the titties at the top and the dick at the bottom because that's why the men are there. So the mass majority of TSs still keep their peens. And I believe that Sydney Starr kept his too. I don't know. We'll see though. Because he had condoms. I don't know. I believe he kept his because I believe he understood the value of having that bird at the bottom. Okay. Some men, from what I also heard too, from what the TSs said, they said some men don't even like them to use it. They just like to know that it's there. You get it? They don't even want them. They say a lot of them do though, but they say some of them, they don't even want them to use it. It's just the idea of knowing that it's there. That's what get them off or something like that. Allegedly. Don't give me the line. I'm not a TS. Okay. Yeah. Go watch Pose. Thank you. I got the power. Go watch Pose. It'll explain it. Thank you, Leah Torres, for the super chat. Says, love you, Vu. Keep speaking the truth. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right. Let's get back into the show. There was this rumor that went around about, and shout out to everybody sending the jewels, y'all. So y'all, this rumor went around about Deion. There's a rumor going around now that Deion Sanders has AIDS. Now, before we get into that rumor, I would like to say I literally had just saw a video of Karuchi. Now, Karuchi had posted this video of the food that she cooked for Deion, and immediately I was like, oh, no wonder why Chris Brown wanted to pop her across the head when she was trying to leave. Karuchi could cook, because it looked like Karuchi could do a little something in the kitchen. Let's get into Karuchi showing us what she cooked for her man. Shout out to Karuchi and her nigga, Deion Sanders.
All right, it's my man's birthday, so you know I cooked. Made some baked chicken, black pepper smothered steak, smothered black pepper steak, something like that. It's delicious. First time making that in my life. Yes. Fresh cornbread. That's my gluten-free mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. And this. This is the rest of the cornbread. It's actually not bad. All right, it's my man's.
Now, people was hating on Karuchi. People was making it seem like that shit look nasty, and it don't. I ain't gonna lie. If I was Karuchi, I want a plate. Make me a plate and let me see. You see what I'm saying? Halfway through her pulling up that aluminum foil, I was saying, girl, put it on the plate and let me see. You see what I'm saying? But you know, people be hating on the internet because she light-skinned it. Well, she really like mixed or something. But you know, people be hating on the internet like that girl can't cook. Now, I ain't tasted, but if I just looked at it, it seems like she can cook pretty good, okay? Now, why is this important? I was over there minding my business. I seen Karuchi over there cooking for her man, and I said, well, there you go. No wonder why Chris Brown wanted to pop this bitch. This hoe could cook, and she probably good in bed. Chris Brown said, oh, no, bitch. That's probably why he was stalking her. I'm not condoning it. I'm just giving y'all the answers, okay? Now, why is this important? So then, right after that, I stumbled across this video of this man who said Deion Sanders got AIDS. And I said, what? He got what? According to this man, Deion Sanders has AIDS and has been having it for a long time. Now, let me just say this. I don't know if Deion Sanders has AIDS. This is all alleged. I don't know if he's sickly at all. But what I do know is HIV and herpes has struck the celebrity community very, very heavily. They just don't tell y'all about it. But a large number, listen, the Diddy trial was a window into what be going on. Remember they said that Diddy and them was handing out herpes like Halloween candy? Okay, allegedly HIV does run rampant in the celebrity community just like herpes does in yours. And HIV runs in our community as well. But hearing this man say that he believed that, he didn't say he believed. He said Deion Sanders got AIDS, that took me for a loop. Let's get into it.
And y'all know one thing. Y'all know one thing about me is I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. And so, you know, that's with anybody, you know. So ain't no real snitch, you know, like trying to snitch on somebody. This person really think that they could really do what they want to. And people use money if they can to try to bully you in a place where he think he can set these things. And the whole thing about it is like, you know, I don't understand why people would just allow that to happen to someone. But, oh well. But the reality about it is this. You know, like, I don't understand why this person does the things he does, knowing the things I know. Like, let's be real, Deion Sanders. Let's keep it 100 now. Tell everybody how you got AIDS. Tell them my cousin, because y'all was fucking with Tom, Dick, and Harry, burned you. Tell these folks that you got AIDS.
Tell these folks that the prep that you take is for to keep you undetectable. You see, that's the thing. I don't understand why somebody to this magnitude, when you know, and you know y'all can't get it, is HIPAA. But if the thing about it is, the reality about it is, he got AIDS. And that's part of the secret with the abuse too. Because you know he got AIDS. So the reality about it is, you know what I'm saying? And it's real, y'all, these women and stuff and shit like that. Y'all, if y'all ain't crazy, Deion Sanders got AIDS. It is what it is, sin to cease to desist if I'm lying.
Ooh.
He can't. Because Deion Sanders got AIDS. And y'all know one thing about me is I'm going to keep.
He said it 50 times. Deion Sanders got AIDS. Allegedly. I'm not saying Deion Sanders got AIDS. I'm not over there. I don't know what that man got. I don't know. I'm just reporting the news. According to this man, he says that Deion Sanders is a bully, and not only is he a bully, he got AIDS. Okay? Now, somebody in the chat says that HIV and AIDS are different, and they are, because HIV is basically the sickness and AIDS is what kill you, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? However, common people live longer with HIV than they do with AIDS, but we're not going to act like they're not mutually exclusive sometimes, okay? But AIDS, HIV, y'all know how black people talk. We're not going to say HIV. We're going to say AIDS. Because that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But listen, when he said he got it from getting burnt by Tom, Dick, and Harry, did he mean that literally? Is Deion a punk? Or was he just saying it because that's the saying? You know what I mean? You know how your mama be like, oh, you outside with all Tom, Dick, and Harry. But she normally tell that to her girls. She don't tell that to her boys. Again, I don't know if this is true. But the first thing popped in my head was, I just seen Karuchi over there cooking. Bitch, you over there with that nigga, he got AIDS? Man. No, I'm not judging. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? You know? I'm just trying to see something. Bitch, you around there with that nigga got AIDS? Is you in the... Bitch, did that nigga write you in the will? Like, bitch, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Karuchi, do you... You see what I'm saying? I don't know. All I know is this man came out and said what he said. They said Karuchi on prep too. Lord have mercy. Karuchi on prep? Nene naturally said his health is failing literally. What? I don't follow Deion. What? Nene naturally, thank you for the super chat, says Deion is falling apart though, literally. Well, I know they cut off 6 of his toes. I know that nigga walking around with a 1.5 feet. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't know that he was falling apart. Oh my God. Adios míos. Y'all, if y'all want to keep Deion in y'all prayers, please do. But I ain't gonna hold you, bruh. It's looking bad for these celebrities. It's looking real bad. You know what's crazy? I remember back in the day thinking to myself, what celebrity that I used to love? And I used to be like, oh, I would sleep with him and I wouldn't even use no protection. Because that's how young and stupid we was in school. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I love him. And I wouldn't even ask him to use protection because I love him. He's going to be my husband. I used to be stupid like that with certain celebrities, right? I'm so glad I never got a chance to do that. Girl, I'd have been around here with the HIV. Girl, no way. Because I didn't know that all of these... Allegedly. Ooh, allegedly. I don't know what the hell going on. But either way, the rumor is, what's that boy name? Deion Sanders got AIDS. We'll keep our ears to the streets. And speaking of keeping our ears to the streets, Young Pharaoh, we spoke about him yesterday. He gone. It's a wrap. I've been told y'all yesterday he was gone. But when I see him on this video with this white man with this shirt that says packed with the devil, I knew it. Young Pharaoh is gone. Matter of fact, I think I think the boy B Dell. Shout out to B Dell. He's so dope on YouTube. I love his channel. I just found him on Instagram. Here you go. He spoke about young Pharaoh's energy and he compared it to Nature Boy. Remember Nature Boy used to be running around talking about cats? Because according to Pharaoh, young Pharaoh, he's got long nails, but he says he's channeling the cat. Let's get into my boy B Dale. He's on Instagram and YouTube. Y'all go follow him on YouTube for education. This dude is serious. Let's get into it.
Now, based on my logical assertions, it seems like Young Pharaoh and Nature Boy are compromised by the same malevolent demonic spirit because they're both talking about cats. Now, watch this video.
This is the test. It's the spirit of a cat. Why? Because I channeled something the other day, and this is what influenced. Well, one of the things that influenced me besides myself, Jabone. So, half killer in me, half pimp, half samurai.
Yeah, cats. That they was channeling was the Nekomata, and the Nekomata is a supernatural cat of yokai that's connected to occulted Japanese folklore. And the cat has two tails, which represents the double mind, because a double mind is a confused mind that's connected to James chapter 1 verse 8. Because a double-minded man is unstable in his ways because he doesn't have a sense of self-direction, which creates a chronic imbalance. So that means that you don't know if you want to be masculine or if your ass want to be feminine. So with all that shit being said, I hope that brother gets some healing and protect your energy out here in the name of psychic self-defense, because energy transfer is real. Now, based on my logic.
So he's saying that he believes that young Pharaoh is possessed by this cat cat, this Japanese cat. It's possible. It is highly possible. I don't know what is going on, but I ain't gonna lie. Seeing him with this white man, this weird looking ass white man who looked like he may have a little black genealogy somewhere down the line, but it's the shirt packed with the devil. Yeah, his name is Mark Cohen. We spoke about young Pharaoh yesterday. Either way, y'all, I guess if you want to, keep him in your prayers. But I don't think he's coming back. I don't think there's no coming back with young Pharaoh. I don't think you can come back from that. Now, let's get into Tasha K versus FBA. FBA, is y'all in here? Let me start off by saying this before we get into Tasha K. Tasha K came on here and said the FBA called her husband an African booty scratcher. Now, why did y'all do that, FBA? Tasha K took to the internet to say that FBA is the KKK because according to Tasha K, y'all called her husband. Nope, she said y'all told her shut her bald head ass up. I added the bald head. And they also said that y'all told her that her husband is an African booty scratcher. And Tasha wasn't feeling that. Tasha was not feeling it. And I must say, I too have been cussed out by FBA. I guess that's when they first met me. They didn't know who I was. They called me everything but the child of God. So I know exactly how it feels to have FBA to get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Tasha, welcome to the party. You're late. You late, girl. The problem is you got an African husband and they on his ass. They are on his ass, bald head, Tasha. Now, I don't know what you did. Last thing I heard, Tasha K was over there exposing Roland Martin with 3 fingers up his ass. That's the last thing I heard. He had 3 like this, and the lady had the 2 crabs to jingle his balls. They said the lady had 3 up the bike, and she took the 2 like this for the balls. That's the last thing I heard. Then all of a sudden, I ain't heard nothing else. Then all of a sudden, all I jump out the window and here is FBA called my husband an African booty scratcher. We got to get into it. Now, FBA, I ain't telling y'all nothing. I don't want no smoke. I already know how y'all come. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke with the FBAs, okay? Now, I will say this. Tasha K and myself are FBA per definition. That means we're Black Americans. I personally don't identify with FBA as the movement, okay? But I identify with the definition of what it is. Tasha K must don't rock with y'all at all. Let's get into it.
They called my husband an African booty scratcher. They said that I cannot speak on the foundational Black American movement because I'm married to a booty scratcher.
Wait, y'all saying Tasha K is part tether? What part is tether? Her mama is a nigga, huh? What part of her is tether? What kind of tether she is? Drop down in the comments.
What I think about the FBA movement and any other movement that has to do with Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson, all of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay, that I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness. Here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK. Meant to divide.
Now, Tasha, I'm going to have to stop you there, girl. Now, you in your feelings, and I understand, because I had to curse one of them hoes out, too. But now because you in your feelings, because you married an African booty scratcher, now you want to turn the FBA into the KKK? Tasha, you out of pocket, bro. You out of pocket. Now, all these years you was coming on the internet, flossing your African husband, going over there to Africa dressed like a Muslim, wrapping your bald head up. We all let you live. We ain't say nothing. We actually clapped for you. We thought it was cute when they put the kente cloth on you. But now you want to come back because a nigga dragged your husband. Now you want to turn the whole movement into the KKK because they dragged you for having an African booty scratcher as a husband. You out of pocket, Tasha. You out of pocket. You wrong. You wrong. And I'm not saying FBA is all the way right. But what I'm saying is you all the way wrong. That's a very explosive statement you making with that big ass platform over there, Tasha. Now you got all kind of tethers and all kind of other people who gonna think that they got one on their side because you just call all of Black America. I get it. You talking about FBA, but the world ain't gonna see it like that. They gonna call it as Black America. Now you got on your big ass platform and called FBA the KKK. What you think that's gonna do to the movement? Maybe she don't care. Probably because y'all called her husband an African booty scratcher. Well, he is African. Booty scratcher, I don't know, but he is definitely African. Let's get back into it.
To separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on.
And this is why I always cringe when Tasha have real conversations. This is no shade to you, Tasha. I like you, girl. But intellectually, you're not there. These conversations, this be your head and this be the conversations. Like this Tasha head and this be all of the intellect over Tasha. You're not intelligent enough to be having the interviews that a lot of the interviews you be having. I'm being real because y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. I like Tasha, but I gotta call it. The interview you did with Young Pharaoh, you shouldn't have did that. You ain't equipped for that type of conversation. Not just Young Pharaoh. A lot of the conscious stuff that you speak on, very seldom, not a lot, but so often you sprinkle your 2 cents in on conscious shit. And Tasha, that ain't even your bag. You don't have that much depth for that. I'm gonna be real. It's a lot of stuff, even with sexual assault and shit. You don't have the depth for that neither. You're very entertaining, but when it comes to depth, you don't have that. So to get on your platform and then say FBA is the KKK and then make all these disparaging statements about a whole group of people, especially knowing that you're pretty ignorant to it, is messed up. That's fucked up, bruh. That's completely fucked up. You decided to marry the African. I told you, check that nigga. I think he got you in trouble. You decided to marry the African. So now you come back to the internet and now you want to call a whole group of people KKKs because you feel some type of way because you married the African. If Tasha, if you were smart, you would stick to entertainment. Leave this conscious shit alone. It's above your pay grade. No cap. The conscious shit is way above your pay grade. Way above. Way up there. Way. But you keep continuing trying to tiptoe in it because in your mind, I believe you think there's money in it. Ain't no money in this conscious shit. We ain't making no money. Why you think I got 2 channels? We don't make no money over here. So you keep tiptoeing in it, thinking you're gonna be able to say a couple of things. Because I know how Tasha rolled. I'm pretty sure when she rolled out Roland Martin, she said, "Bet I got new followers. All them FBA niggas gonna come over here. All them people in that conscious community gonna come over here because I'm breaking exclusives." But what you're not understanding is these people be over there. Not all, because some of the FBAs be tripping. But a lot of these people be over there studying this shit, and you just be talking out the side of your neck, getting the interviews, and you don't even be doing the interviews no justice, no care. And I just feel like it's completely unfair for you to speak on it at all, because you don't even try to get abrupt on the information. You just start talking. I think you should stick to celebrity gossip. I'm not telling you what to do, but I think that your bag is in celebrity gossip, not in this. This ain't your spear. This ain't your bag. And what you're going to do is come over here and you're going to say something crazy out this bag. This ain't the same bag with the celebrity gossip people. They're going to drag your ass, girl. They're going to drag your ass. You ain't ready for these people. This politics over here. These people dibble and dabble in politics. This ain't the same with the Cardi B shit. This different. I think, personally, Tasha should stick to celebrity gossip. That's your bag. That's your realm. That's where you know all the shit in and out. But when it comes down to conscious shit, you keep tiptoeing over here. One day you're going to tiptoe over there and they're gonna cut your foot off, Django. They're going to cut your foot off, girl. You got to stop. Let her finish, though.
Protecting their whiteness, their pureness. Not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. It is very unintelligent to talk about, to even speak on, that I would deny my own children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills? Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division.
So wait, because Tasha going off on y'all. Is her mama a tether? She said, deny my mama. Is her mama? Tasha, you a tether? Because if you a tether, you hid real well. Is Tasha K a tether? I'm genuine. Is Tasha K from a background of people that ain't niggas?
That look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness, not knowing that they are not pure. It's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. It is very unintelligent to talk about, to even speak on, that I would deny my own children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills? Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted, no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out over what? Just because you look different, you said something, now we got adults actually doing this.
We have an announcement.
Yeah, I think Tasha got this all the way wrong. And this is why I think Tasha needs to stick to celebrity gossip. I'm pretty sure she had it wrong from the gate, because Tasha don't really deal in a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when she comes to this sector and then she starts dibbling and dabbling in it, she sound ignorant. I ain't gonna lie. The interview she did with Jaguar Wright, I remember that interview like it was yesterday, and they were just talking about rape and sexual assault as children. That conversation went way over her head. All of the intellect when it comes to Black Americans and all of the stuff that we got going on, all of that goes over Tasha's head. She said she dropped out in the 9th grade now. Come on now. No cap. Like, I don't quite understand why Tasha felt the need to even come over here fucking with us. You feel what I'm saying? You decided to break Roland Martin. You could have left that shit to Poetic Flacco, and you would have been clean and out of it. But you wanted to go viral. So you broke Roland Martin and you got FBA's attention. Now, between then and that, or between that and this, something happened to where they called your husband an African booty scratcher. So you decided to take to your platform with over 1 million followers and declare that FBA is the KKK. You're bald head and you're wrong, bruh. You a bald head, wrong ass bitch. I said what I said. It's not right. You're not even intelligent enough to be over here talking with us. For real. No cap. I'm telling you. And the fact that she comes, because in Tasha's mind, all she see is content. I know exactly how she thinks. She see content, she see numbers, she see money. When she saw Roland Martin had the 3 fingers, she saw money, she saw content. She wasn't thinking nowhere past the money and the content. But what you're not understanding, Tasha, is you're being a real bad cancer to something that you didn't even have to get in. Ain't nobody asked you to come over there and speak on FBA. Ain't nobody asked you to speak on Roland Martin. Ain't nobody asked you to speak on shit with Black America. Black America was just fine putting their bonnets on, watching you drag for all these celebrities. You decided to go over there to these people. And now that they ran your ass from around there, you want to take to the internet and then say that all of those people are the KKK? Yeah, Tasha, again, everybody different. Everybody different. It's like me trying to go over there to the sci-fi community and cause trouble. I don't know nothing about no motherfucking sci-fi. How am I going to go over there to the sci-fi community and get into it with them people? You see what I'm saying? I don't dibble and dabble in that shit. So I'm not about to go to a sci-fi channel or to the sci-fi sector of YouTube and get into it with them people. I'm not about to go to the sci-fi sector of YouTube, have a bad experience, and then come back on my side and drag them people. Because I don't know. I don't know. And I think that Tasha, instead of you taking that approach, and again, I don't know what they said to you. Maybe they must have cursed your ass out real good. I don't know what they said to you, but whatever they said to you, I think it was extremely disrespectful and disrespectful, but I think it was extremely negligent for you to then take to your platform and then come out here and drag a whole group of people. That's fucked up, bruh. That's fucked up. Now, I don't know what all you mixed with, but if a nigga came on here and said because of you that your whole group of people is something or whatever, you probably wouldn't care because Tasha don't give a fuck. I was about to say maybe you'll feel some type of way, but you don't care. And if you would tell her, it makes all the sense in the world. Now, she might be mixed. I thought Tasha K was a Black American. I'm today years old realizing that she's something else. I thought she was Black American, but it would make sense why she married the African. Okay? I had no clue. But either way, the people been going off on her ass as they should. The people feel like Tasha K was disrespectful. Let me see if I can find some. Let me see if I can find. Oh no. Let me see if I can find some people responding to it. They went off on her. Girl, like she said, y'all don't put food on my plate. But what Tasha don't understand is the large number of her audience is Black Americans. Bitch, it ain't no tethers over there, not by and large. The largest part of your audience is Black America. If you piss off Black America, Tasha, your channel goes kaput. You got bills to pay, girl. So how can you sit up here calling FBA as if they're separate from the people in your chat? Even if them people don't identify as FBA, you still saying a group of Black Americans are racist. You fucking up your own money, girl. You tripping. But again, who knows? Maybe it's supposed to happen like this. I don't know. I don't know what the hell Tasha got going on. But I thought it was extremely disrespectful for her to even say that. Let's get to responses, girl. The people ain't playing with Tasha.
I wondered this for myself because Tasha K is married to a scratcher of the butt, right? So she live right now. I don't know what time it is. I'm just scrolling through the herd, getting a little word. So, I wondered if Tasha K, how she felt about the FBA shit. Somebody just hit her up and said, how you feel about FBAs? And what she say? You trying to get me in trouble. How, Sway? Like, this is my point with my Negroes, with my niggas, with my Black folks in America, the indigenous Americans. We was here before anybody. I'm gonna get some money in my hand at you. Thank you, Jeebus. You can't ride the line, bitch. Either you Black American for Black American rights, or you fighting for immigrant rights. You're married to a scratcher of the butt, and you thought that was a great thing. And back in the day, probably it was a great thing to be married to an African.
And just like, I just want to cut the lady off because of the music too, but even more importantly to say this, she's absolutely right. 5-10 years ago, Tasha K having an African as a husband was the bee's knees. Remember when Portia married that African? All the hoes was rejoicing because they thought they had Prince Akeem. She's absolutely right. Back in the day, Tasha being married to that African would have been celebrated. But in 2026, where we're waking up and we know who we are, we don't give a fuck about that African nigga. You see what I'm saying? The lady is right.
As a Black American. But if her husband gets deported, is she going with him? Is she gonna leave America if they deport her husband? Because yeah, they married, you know what I'm saying? He married to her and whatnot and whoopty bang. But just say, what if something happens where Tasha K husband gets deported or gets sent back to Africa with his mama and them? Is she going back, or is she gonna keep her Black ass in America as a Black American? I'm just wondering. But somebody just asked her how she feel about FBA, and the answer that she gave me said she's straddling the fence. So it is what it is.
This is very bad for your channel, Tasha. The mass majority of your channel are Black Americans. I know you think, see, that's your problem. You think FBA is separate from Black America. And I know the internet likes to make that seem like it's the truth. But if Black Americans are on the internet, they are very synonymous with FBA. I don't even claim FBA and I felt played. Like, damn, bitch. The fuck? You see what I'm saying? I'm not even an active FBA member. I'm FBA by definition, but I'm not an active FBA member. And even I felt played. Even I was like, well, hold up, bitch. What the fuck? I don't think she understands that your audience are the people that you're calling the KKK. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that nobody need to go and subscribe for her. Do what you want. Some people saying that they unsubscribe and I ain't got nothing to do with that. What I'm saying is this. Tasha K should have stuck her ass or kept her ass over there by celebrity gossip. That's her bag. That's what she does extremely well. She should have stayed over there. When Poetic Flacco hit you up about the Roland Martin shit, even if you was going to even release it, you should have released it and you should have walked away. But you tried to dibble and dabble in some shit that had nothing to do with you, and now it's biting you back in your ass. That's the problem, bruh. Let me see if we can find somebody else who got something. Nigga said... Let me see. I think these are all old. Yeah, these are all old. Lord. Let me see. Let me look up Tasha K husband FBA. I wonder what the people got to say, honey. The people, what is this? Tasha K and her husband's energy.
See that post about Tasha K's husband on her account getting onto her about posting that sexy video? I want a husband like that. Not a man.
Oh yeah, this bitch crazy. She said she want a husband like Tasha K.
Handle it.
Yeah, this from January. Let me get you up off here. Bitch, you throw it off. Bitch, you is crazy. Bitch, something is wrong with you. What the fuck you mean you want a husband like Tasha? Yeah, bitch, let me get you up off here. Something wrong with you. Either way, the Black Americans are not feeling Tasha K and what she had to say. According to Tasha K, it was simply because y'all called her husband a African booty scratcher. Tasha girl, this not gonna look good for you. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. I wanted to see if other people. I wanted to see if other people had things to say about it. I see a lot of Tasha K. Roland Martin's lawyer says the woman, da-da-da-da. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work on you. But either way, Tasha girl, I will say this as a Black American, even I felt played. And nobody's asking Tasha K to forego her husband. Nobody is asking Tasha K to forego her mother or her children. But what we are now, it's not a but, that's a period. So I don't know why she's saying that. It's talking about she's not going to do that for a movement. It's not about a movement, girl. This is something big happening over here. Something that's above your pay grade, your intellectual pay grade. It just is. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is this, girl, you out of pocket and you wrong. Stay out them people shit. You is not educated enough to even be over there talking to them people about what the fuck going on with FBA and nobody else. You don't know what's going on. You over there stuck under celebrity gossip. That's where you should stay. Because trying to come over here and drag for a whole group of people when that entire group of people are the only people that run in your channel, you gonna fuck around and shoot yourself in the foot, bruh. You gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Because them FBAs is the same people in your chat. Them same FBAs you calling the KKK. That's the same ones in your chat. So you got to be mindful of that. Hold on. Let me read these super chats. What was going on? Thank you, Nene Naturally. She says, a caller at the end of her live educated her about FBA not being a movement but lineage. Tasha K was so lost. Stick to gossip, Tasha K. Wait, girl, what? Send me the video and the doggone timestamp. Who got the timestamp to the video? We gonna pull it up. Because see, I didn't watch the live. I did see her go live earlier saying she's done. I kind of clicked on it. Then I got off because I had other stuff that I was doing. But I didn't know what all was going on. Send me the video and the timestamp. I want to go over it. Because I don't even know how we even got here. K1820, thank you for the super chat, says, poetic Flacco is in her ear. Feels too dramatic for booty scratchers. How does she know it was a black American who said that? It's Flacco. He just got exposed by a white man for being anti-black. Now pause. Ain't poetic Flacco a tether? Ain't poetic Flacco a tether? That's what I remember people saying. He's shaped like one if he ain't. It would make sense why he would hand the Roland Martin story over to Tasha, because in his mind, if he's along with her, it's easier palatable for the people. Because remember, a lot of black Americans already know that poetic Flacco is a tether, and they're not gonna want to hear that shit from him. So that's probably why he went and grabbed Tasha and was like, Tasha, come on, we need you. I need you. Me and you together can run this story about Roland Martin, but I need you to be with me because they're not going to listen if it's just me. And Tasha, being the kind of person who chased numbers and algorithm and money, she probably was like, hell yeah, we'll go roll this bitch out. So they did, but it ended up being bad on her. That's what it sounds like to me. I am Rob Robot Monkey. Thank you for the super chat. Says Vu Child Blueface just hit Superior. Wouldn't surprise me. Superior might need his ass whooped too, for all I know. Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat. Says Tasha, let the diaspora help you pay Cardi B, bitch. Y'all is crazy. I'm about to go get that video. Miss Tuskegee, Alabama. Thank you for the super chat. Says she's advertising a movie, African American Psycho, on her channel. Not sure if she produced it. Self-hate is real. African American Psycho. I see the timestamp, Nene. I'm going to go get it. Hold on. African American Psycho? Oh. Black Sonic, thank you for the super chat. Says it's not right, but it's okay. Hello? I'm gonna make it anyway. Pack your bags. Brush your teeth. Don't you dare come running back to me. Papa Valley, thank you for the super chat. Says she said her grandfather is from the Bahamas. Okay, now this must be the grandpa on her mama's side. Abundance and Clarity, thank you for the super chat. She said her grandpa Bahamian. Hit the like button. Yes, y'all hit the like button. So, okay, Tasha K is a Bahamian then. Is that what y'all are saying? So she is a tether. Nene Naturally, thank you for the super chat. Says she responded today on a live, then deleted it. Now I get it. Okay. Thank you, Black Sonic, for the super chat. Vu, you bald head scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back. When are you going to cover the People's Temple on Educational Friday? Hashtag MCoon Ultra. What is the People's Temple? Send it to me. And yes, I am bald head by choice, and I do have hair in the back, bitch. Yo, mom. Send me the video though. No, send me the information and we can roll it out on Educational Friday. Thank you, Sonic. I appreciate you. You know, you the last. Sonic the one came and tried to insult me the last time, but I think me and Sonic gonna get along just fine. Send me the information, you dog. Send me the information, tramp. You get it? Send it to me. For real. If you send it to me, we'll Joce it. All jokes. Thank you, Sonic. And start sending $20 if you're gonna insult me, bro. You gotta start sending $20 or I'm not gonna read it. At this point, Sonic, I'm here for you dragging for me, bro. But if you're not gonna put it on $20, I'm not reading no more. I'm gonna proofread all your super chats and make sure it's on the $20. If you don't put them hoes on 20, I'm not reading it. Say what I said, okay? But send it to me. I'm gonna do it though, for real. Mama Bear, thank you for the super chat. Says, I found my family cemetery in Louisiana. Big thanks to you, Vu. I love you and everything you do, for real. Do y'all damn genealogy. Thank you so much. And it's so glad you found your family cemetery. That is so dope, Mama Bear. Do genealogy, Black America. FBA, if y'all in here, do your genealogy. Let's go get the video. Thank you, Nene Naturally. She said timestamp 138. Let's go get the video. Lord. Tasha K, you done fucked up, girl. What did you do? I sure hope this don't mess with your channel, girl. Because you got a lot of FBAs around there. When was this live? Was this yesterday? Which live was it, y'all? Come, I'm gonna let y'all come over here and help me find a live. Which live it was? Let's go see which live it was. I'm on her channel. It's gotta be Michael B. Jordan dating this young Pharaoh breakdown. This one? Yeah, that's the outfit. That's the outfit. Let's go see. 138, they say, huh? Tasha don't be on here long as I do. Let me see. Here we go.
Saying is true. We're all Africans. You might have got off the boat in Puerto Rico. You African. You might have got off in Jamaica. You're African. So the divide is...
I don't know who this nigga talking about. I don't know what he talking about.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you caught me when I was in traffic, but I'm going to make this very quick. I am very disappointed in you. I've been watching you for years. In fact, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, you're the reason why I actually expanded my brand and have a business. It wouldn't be the type of business.
I'm glad that I could plant a seed like that.
Yes,
so,
but and
so
I always
what are you disappointed in me about?
Yeah,
what opinion?
I can't defend you now. I always defend you when it comes to them trans women because they ain't gonna come for you.
What is your
okay?
Because
yeah,
right now you're not even asking.
FBA movement.
Did I say first of all? First of all, it was the FBA movement that asked me a question.
Well, it couldn't have been if FBA is 50 million people, honey. You there's no way.
Okay. Listen, the FBA is 50 million people, right? And Trump still got in office.
Yes.
See what I be saying when I say these conversations be above her head? What does Trump being in office have to do with 50 million Black American people? This why I be saying the intellect. This be Tasha head and this be the intellect. That wasn't even a great analogy. What is that? What does that even mean? So 50 million Black Americans are FBAs and Trump got in office. They voted for him. You see what I'm saying?
Laws, listen, we can argue about this all day, and that's why I don't believe in organizations and movements and stuff like that, because I found a lot of people that just they put their I don't know, their trust into an organization instead of looking at what's best for you. You came on here and you said, Tasha, you've helped me do this and helped me do that and helped me do this. But the moment I express to you how I'm viewing an organization, because I feel that a lot of us are being left behind because we're putting too much into an organization instead of ourselves, that's a problem. I indirectly helped you to get to where you are. But as soon as I express to you about how an organization treated me and how I see it, I have African children. I have an African husband. Now you're disappointed with me, even though
So because you help somebody, they can't never be disappointed in you? This is a genuine question. So because you helped plant a seed into a woman and she started a business, she can't never check you when you fucked up? She can't never come to you and say, Tasha, girl, I love you. I'm a supporter, but this, I don't too particular. So because you've helped her, she don't get to come back to you and say, yeah, Tasha, this I don't agree with. That's what you're saying. Pay attention. Pay attention, y'all.
You knew that I was married to an African, but yet you want me to talk down on that part.
When did I say that I want you to talk down?
I'm saying you're coming in here saying that you're upset about.
Well, I should say I'm disappointed. No. I should say I'm disappointed in the opinion. I think you don't understand it. I didn't come on here telling you to talk down to your husband. I would never do that at all anyway, because
who said I didn't understand it?
No, I said, I don't think you understand it because you're saying, well, you want me to talk down. And that's not true. I don't want you to talk.
This is exhausting. Tasha, if you would just calm down and let the lady talk, you didn't even let her tell you why she was upset. Because you got so offended by the fact that she told you that she was upset. You're on the defense, not allowing the lady get the shit off. Like, I'm of confusion because now when the lady is saying, I never asked you to go talk down on your husband, now you're trying to flip it back on the lady. Well, what if you let the lady talk, she'll tell you what it is she wanted to say, but you're automatically offensive because your husband is African and according to you, your children are African. Ain't nobody saying nothing about your husband and children right now. What they're saying is you're speaking on this thing as if it's a movement, but it's not. It is, let's be clear. FBA is a movement, but it is also 50 million people. And that thin line between the movement and the people is so thin and gray that it's damn near invisible. So when you speak ill on the FBA, a lot of times it hits the people because the people in the FBA are synonymous. The people in the movement go together, even if the people don't partake in the movement. I'm one of the people. I don't partake in the movement, but still, I still somehow get remnants of the movement because I'm an FBA. I'm a Black American. So it is a very fragile thing that she's over here playing with, and she's still trying to call this thing a movement, not realizing you're insulting a whole group of people. Rather we want to agree with it being a movement or not. When she speak ill on FBA, you're not just speaking on the people who follow Tariq. You're speaking on 50 million people. And that's what the girl is trying to tell Tasha. But she's so offended, she's not even allowing it to come off.
Talk down about that. I actually follow you as well as your husband on social media and have been for years. I do have Africans that are married into my family.
I do have Africans. That's like saying I have white people that are friends. Listen to me. Listen. What I'm saying, and look, you have every right to be upset with me about my opinion.
I'm not upset with you. I think you just don't understand it, and maybe you take
I think I do understand it. I think I read and I have taken my opinion based off of the information that I see and the divisiveness that I'm seeing that is causing, because the mere fact I got FBA members calling my family booty scratchers.
They also, and some of them, and I'm gonna just say this loosely, my family's listening too because we all listen into you. But they also, my thing is, it's not a movement, it's a lineage. I will say that, and you don't have to agree with that. I definitely wanted to come on and say that. And as far as your husband first of all, as far as your children or anything like that, I don't think you understand it. And I say that because I don't see myself ever being disrespectful to you or to your husband, even the people in my family. But it's 50 million people. It's a lineage. It's not a movement. It's not an organization. Umar, and I also want to note this, Umar is not FBA. And the same way, I will say
you're right. He's Pan-African. I forgot. Y'all don't believe in that either.
See,
well, first, you don't know what.
It's that right there. It's that right there. Tasha girl. Tasha girl. It's that right. It's that right there. It's that what you just did. When she said Umar is not an FBA, oh, he Pan-African, y'all don't like them neither. It's that right there. I don't know, girl. I don't know how this gonna work out for you, Fefe. I don't think it's gonna be bad, but I think she's gonna feel this.
What I believe in, because
I'm just
everybody.
saying, if you're FBA,
No, we don't. We
that's
all, but
correct.
we all don't have. We all no. You can be FBA, still appreciate Africans. I think the thing is, and I'm just being honest. A lot
Okay.
of people have put up with because you're upset that you think that I'm attacking you or whatever. And no, but I will say this: it's not divisive. You just haven't met all of us. Now, what I won't do, I appreciate everybody, but what you're not going to do, and that's as far as African, they have pejorative terms for us as a group. We have been known as an Akata, a Jank, a Yankee, all these things. And that has been over the years, even in the 60s, 70s, and before that. A person who ran across that border today and anchored themselves here by the 14th Amendment that was meant for the babies of slaves is not the same. That is a melanated immigrant. Everybody originated from Africa. Let's understand that.
No, we
including
didn't.
white people. But if it's divisive,
I want to say that that's not true. Everybody did not originate from Africa, not even white people, and Black Americans originated right here on this soil. I have to add that. That's one thing the FBA's got wrong, but we gonna let it ride. No, we're not gonna let it ride. I'm gonna correct it. We did not all come from Africa. We were right here already. I want to add that in.
Some FBA to label their lineage, then it's just as divisive when nobody says anything about, oh, they're Bahamian American or they're Caribbean American. It's not the same thing. There is a difference. We all were enslaved, but there is a difference from us and a boat stop. And that's only offensive because we're telling the truth. For years, a lot of these people, not all, because I don't classify all, even though you're sitting here classifying all FBA as the same. No, ma'am. All of us are not. But what they're not going to do is sit up here and disrespect us. And I hear you saying that some FBA can be disrespectful to Africans.
Not somebody wrote in the chat, Voodoo Doll said the Africans were stealing our culture. Wait. Somebody just wrote that in her chat. Somebody said Voodoo Doll said they were stealing. What?
You just haven't met all of us. Now, what I won't do, I appreciate everybody, but what you're not going to do, and that's as far as African, they have pejorative terms for us as a group. We have been known as an Akata, a Jank, a Yankee, all these things. And that has been over the years, even in the 60s, 70s, and before that. A person who ran across that border today and anchored themselves here by the 14th Amendment that was meant for the babies of slaves is not the same. That is a melanated immigrant. Everybody originated from Africa. Let's understand that, everybody, including white people. But if it's divisive,
it says, hell, Voodoo Dolls TV said Africans don't have souls. That's Indigo Black. And I said what I said. And I didn't say all Africans, definitely them West Africans. I don't know about the ones over there in South, North, and East, but them West Africans that's over here, them bitches ain't got no souls. Say what I said.
For some FBA to label their lineage, then it's just as divisive when nobody says anything about, oh, they're Bahamian American or they're Caribbean American. It's not the same thing. There is a difference. We all were enslaved, but there is a difference from us and a boat stop. And that's only offensive because we're telling the truth. For years, a lot of these people, not all, because I don't classify all, even though you're sitting here classifying all FBA.
Tasha is so uninterested in what that lady is saying, and it's so disrespectful. I know she's trying to make it seem like she is, but her body language is saying, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit this lady talking about. I ain't even gonna hold you. Her body, I ain't gonna lie, if I was the lady, I probably would have stopped talking because I'm not about to talk to nobody who don't want to hear me. You see what I'm saying? Her body language gives, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a huge problem. Tasha K better stick to celebrity gossip, bro.
As the same, no ma'am. All of us are not. But what they're not going to do is sit up here and disrespect us. And I hear you saying that some FBA can be disrespectful to Africans. I will admit that. But I haven't heard you once say, because you labeling all of us, that some of them call us a Jareer and a Kata, cotton picker, all these things.
She married to one, so she know better than we do that they use that word akata. I bet you she ain't never came on here and say I see it both ways. She married to an African. I know she done heard some shit. I know she have. even around his peers, his friends, and his family. I know you done heard some shit, Tasha, but I bet you ain't come to the internet and say that. You kept that on the tuck because that was your husband. But you on here claiming 50 million people is the KKK. You out of pocket, bro. You way out of pocket.
Be clear. Your boat stop, we all have a boat stop. That's damn true. That's very true. But you left your boat stop to come to this boat stop.
Hello?
We had an ethnogenesis.
No, we didn't.
We are different. If it's not
We didn't have no ethnogenesis. There was no boat. There was no boat stop. We were already here.
For someone to label themselves as Caribbean American and they left their boat stop or their parents came here and anchored them here with that 14th Amendment, it's not divisive. Now, I get it. Those people who you talk to, they offended you and they wanted, I guess you to call him a African booty scratcher. Have I heard that term? Absolutely. I ain't never been one to lie. But what I won't do is sit here and deny the fact that many of these people have sat their behind up here. Not all, because I can't do all, because I know some cool ass Africans. And I've had this tough conversation with family. I've had this tough conversation even with friends, but that's what makes us different. But at the end of the day, I haven't heard you say nothing about how some of them call us an Akata. That's a Nigerian word. It has many different meanings, but that some of them, not all, use it as a pejorative term against Black Americans. Now, FBA has nothing to do with a movement. It is a lineage. It is people who pretty much have been here either before the 1865 Freedmen Rolls, or your family can be identified on the Freedmen Rolls. That's all it is. Now, do some people use it in a bad way? Absolutely. 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 But no, it's not divisive. If it's divisive for us, then it's damn sure divisive for Caribbeans to come here and have their flag. Why do we have to be a monolith if everybody else gets to identify with everything else? And I think that's the part that you're not understanding. They come here, some of them come here with an attitude. Clearly, your husband don't have that type of attitude because he married you, who happened to be a Black American or a Florida Maroon. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to identify as, but by historic terms, and I'm a historian, you would be classified as a Maroon, and you should be proud of that. That's not divisive. That just shows that you beat the white people's ass that came down there coming for your people. That's where you originated from. It's part of it. I don't know the whole thing. But some of them do not like us. And I think it's wrong for you to sit here and label all of us the same just because some idiots or some jackasses came to you and wanted you to call somebody African booty scratcher. When I sat here and I've been very respectful and I've said some of them, I would never label all.
So is that what it is? A person came to Tasha K and either said her husband was an African booty scratcher or called or told her to say that her husband was an African booty scratcher. If that is the case, let's just say that's the truth. Let's say somebody came on the internet and said, Tasha, your husband is an African booty scratcher. Or Tasha, you need to get on here and say your husband is this, that, and the third. Why would your response then be that the whole group is trash? Why would the whole group have to be KKK because of your experience with one person? It's given you've already felt like this. It's given this the shit you was already thinking. You never had a way to come on the internet and give your opinion. And now that you rolled in on this Roland Martin shit, now you get your turn to come out and say how you really feel. But it's so ignorant because it comes from a place of not knowing. You don't know half the shit you be talking about when it comes to this. Now, when it comes to celebrity gossip or YouTube shit, you are the queen, okay? When it comes to, well, I'm the queen of celebrity gossip. Let's talk. Let's really be clear, okay? I'm the queen. But outside of me, when it comes to celebrity gossip, you the queen. And I don't want nobody in the chat to say, but Tasha has a bigger platform. I don't give a damn. I'm the queen in everything I say I'm the queen in. Watch out. Now, back to what I was saying. When it comes to celebrity gossip outside of me, that's your bag. You should have stuck and stayed over there. But you come and creep over here to some intellectual shit, to some conscious shit that you really don't give a damn about. We can tell by your body language. You don't care about nothing that lady's saying. But you want to come over here and feel some type of way. You married the African. You and your African could stick to celebrity gossip and nobody will ever come to you and say nothing about your husband being an African booty scratcher. It's when you decided to leave celebrity gossip and come to this sector, now you mad because they called out the fact that your husband is a tether. Like, come on, man. You out of pocket, bro. You wrong. And the fact that you don't care and you just letting these people run their mouth and get this shit off, this gonna bite you bad in the end, on the real. Because there are a lot of Black Americans. Listen, rather you believe FBA is a movement or a group or lineage, it doesn't matter what you believe. The mass majority of people who identify with FBA understands that that is a large group of people with a specific lineage. Okay. So rather you on the movement side of this shit or the lineage side of this shit, I keep telling y'all the line is so thin between them that when you insult one, you automatically insult the other. And at the end of the day, saying that FBA is FBA is the KKK is a very bad target that you don't want on your back. The mass majority of the people inside of your audience, rather they say they FBA or not, these people are Black Americans. You don't have a bunch of Africans in your chat. It ain't a crap ton of Africans. It ain't a crap ton of Pan-Africans in your chat. The mass majority of people in your chat, outside of the bots, allegedly, the mass majority of people in your chats are Black Americans. And for you to come on this internet and say what you're saying with your chest as if you're right and all of everybody else is wrong is very bad. It's not good for you. It's not. It's not. And I think it's extremely disrespectful, like I said earlier, that you won't stick to the topics that suits you. Celebrity gossip, Cardi B, Stephon Diggs, Offset. That's your bag. That's where you go in and make the mass majority of your numbers. Not over here by some intellectual shit where niggas be reading and shit. You don't be doing, you don't read and do what these niggas be reading and doing. I ain't gonna say you don't read. But I'm going to tell you, you are not abrupt on the information that these people be around here talking about. So you should have left that alone. You should have left that alone. That's what I would have told you. Because your African husband ain't going to be able to save your channel. Because you need the people to save your channel. Does that make sense?
Of them as the same. They are our distant cousins. It's true. They are. They are very much. But some of them don't like us.
I'm giving you, you've made a very, very strong point. And so you and I can agree on something. So
and this is where Tasha K is about to get her. And this is why I tell FBA all the time. Whenever you continue to connect yourself to Africa, you are not delineating. You cannot have an ethnogenesis and then say that you're not African. You cannot say that I come from a place, but I'm not them. That doesn't work like that. This is why over here, I push genealogy, because in genealogy, you can find the truth about who you are and all the people that came before you. And when you do your genealogy, what you're going to see is you don't have one African in your lineage. But what she's about to do now is the double whammy that I keep telling y'all. This is why I tell y'all, run away from that rhetoric about an ethnogenesis, because this is their way to tether on. So what Tasha's about to do, I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty positive she's about to say, well, if we all the same, then what's the big deal? Or if we all came from Africa, I don't understand. You see what I'm saying? Black America, FBA, if y'all on here, do your genealogy and drop Africa altogether. You didn't have no ethnogenesis. That shit ain't even real. You are who you've always been. Whoever you was 1,000 years ago, that's who you are today. Do not start your history at the transatlantic slave trade. That's witchcraft. And stop saying that we all was on boats. You haven't found one of these boats yet. You haven't found one boat yet, FBA. Stop telling people you came off a boat with no proof. Make America show you these boats before you go around telling people that you came off of one. Do your genealogy. I hope y'all on here. But let me get back to what Tasha was about to say. I think she was about to go off on the girl saying that we all the same. Let me see.
By Black Americans. And I'm sorry, Tasha, I love you to death. But a melanated person who came across that border on a 14th Amendment or who choose to come here, they're not the same as us. And let me be clear, not everybody who is a FBA actually was enslaved. Some of them were free. So I think it's very important for us to learn our history and understand that. And I think you feel attacked by the idiots that did what they did or said what they said to you. But I refuse to sit here. And my issue with some of them is they don't admit what their people do. If you go back into the 90s, the movie Sugar Hill, it'll show you where some of them have literally told themselves or they're taught, and I have family who have said this, who married in, they are taught to be against Black Americans. They are taught these pejorative terms. So no, I don't want you to call your husband anything because I think he's a very nice person. I love the business that y'all built and your kids. Let's be clear. If you are FBA, I don't tell people what to identify. That's another thing I think where we go wrong. We're telling people that they're American Indian or they're whatever. You are whatever you identify with, and I identify with FBA, and that is a lineage. So you're looking at the people who you don't like, I guess, that's around it, and that's fine. I respect that. You don't have to like all of them. I don't like all of them.
And here's the thing. Yeah. I'm not saying that I don't even like the people. I just don't like the organization.
There's
an organization online that's representing FBA, and this is the shit that they're spewing, not what you've just preached, but the shit and the hatred that they're spewing. Of course, I'm gonna feel some type of way towards that organization because I do believe that people should be allowed to, be who they want to be, express how they want to be expressed, whether we agree with it or not. Do I believe in the trans movement? Absolutely not. Do I believe in respect of individuality? Absolutely. But I'm not going to sit here and show any type of regard towards an organization that's been discriminatory towards me and my children. So why would I embrace it?
Yeah. But you also should understand that they have been, some of them, I would never say all, some of these Africans are discriminatory toward us. When you get
when that's done, I correct that too. I wouldn't be with this African man. That's what I'm saying. So I deal with things on if it's an isolated situation, yes, but I'm talking about videos that are being made. I'm even talking about some of the comments right now that I'm reading. She's not for us. Is it us or is it a lineage? Because I see the way it's being educated is that it's a group of people that just want to protect the foundational Black America and the rights and everything that we're owed. That's how it's being put out there. But the way that you explained it, I don't think it's being taught I don't think it's ever been taught this way.
Well,
and I'm seeing more hate than I'm seeing.
And that's the problem. And this is why I say Tasha K should have left this shit alone, because you're not over there often enough to see everything that they're doing. You only get the bits and pieces that you get from the internet. Your husband probably stumbled upon that shit and was like, babe, look at this. And you don't, because you're not over there often, you don't know exactly what's going on. This is why you keep calling FBA an organization as if they're a club or some shit. You see what I'm saying? It's highly ignorant of you to even have the conversation. But even more ignorant of you to act as if these people, you had one or two bad encounters, and now you turning a whole lineage of people, you're shrinking them down to something as small as an organization, and you're trying to use that as your defense? Come on, man. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. Yeah, man, this is giving me a headache. I ain't gonna listen too much of this.
Actual education on the topic.
Well, my thing is, I haven't heard you say anything about what they do as well. I didn't.
You mean Africans?
Said no. It's both. You didn't say anything about them.
We talk about Jews. We talk about everybody.
You do that. Yes, you do that. But as far as them calling us an Akata, no. I think I'm gonna just be honest.
I've never even heard that word, ma'am, until now.
You a lie.
Look it up.
Tasha, you a lie. You a lie, and the truth ain't in you. You a bald-headed lie. Tasha K is a bald-headed lie. You are married to what is Sheik? Is Sheik Nigerian? What is Sheik? Drop down in the comments. I know he an African. Let me ask Google. Maybe Google might know. What is Sheik? Tasha, you a bald-headed lie. Is Tasha K husband, hold on. Is Tasha K husband Nigerian? No. He's from Bamako, Mali, of Mandingo descent. So she don't even have, is that in West Africa? She got her she got a Mandingo. And you mean to tell me that you've never heard the term Akata till today? Tasha K, you married to an African, and you want us to believe that you've never heard the word Akata until today. Stop the cap.
It's survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
I feel like this is where the conversation begins to be disingenuous. And personally, this is where I would have clicked off. I probably would have clicked off way longer before this. I ain't gonna lie. But even if I would have came back and came in on this part, see when she would have said, I was today years old when I heard that term, it was in that moment where I would have been clicking off. And if it wasn't for y'all wanting to hear the rest of this shit, I'd have clicked off just now. No cap. As a matter of fact, a large part of me is telling me to click off right now. But I'm going to let it go off for about 60 more seconds. Then we're going to wrap this shit up. Because now you know that this is not a genuine conversation. Tasha K does not want to have a genuine conversation with y'all. Oh, and to the FBA. I don't think your leader, Tariq, going to do nothing about it because they all in the industry together. So let's see how this goes for the rest.
I will look it up. I've never heard that word.
It is a word, and I didn't learn about it until
Here's the thing. And see, you're judging Africans based off of that. Like an Akata, it's like black on black crime. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're not white in America or anywhere, you're a problem. So I feel like all of us need to band together.
Bullshit. Why you don't go to Africa? Well, you go to Africa all the time. They beefed out like a motherfucker in Africa. All of the countries in Africa is beefed out. Why you don't tell them in Africa that? Or why you don't come back to your platform and tell us about how they beefing in Africa and how you want them to be cool? Because see, they like to call it black on black crime in America because they don't want us to defend ourselves. Black America. Do you understand that? The reason why they label what we're doing is divisive, black on black crime is because it's witchcraft. It's a way to get you to abandon what it is you're doing. They want you to act. They want to shame you into stopping is what they're trying to do. So then my question is this. If we over here and y'all are trying to shame us into not being FBA, why don't you shame them with the Akata shit? You know what I'm saying? This whole thing is just above Tasha K's pay grade, her intellectual pay grade. And it's disingenuous, girl. I don't know. I'm looking at her different now. I ain't gonna lie.
That's my thing. I agree
with organizations like this. I'm sorry, and I get it. I can respectfully agree and disagree. You made some very, very strong points, but the way it's being taught, especially amplified, even I've been a victim of it. I'm like, no, this is not something that I'm proud to join. Just like I can't send my kids to church without me worried about if a pastor gonna take advantage of them.
But you proud to be an African. You just came on here and said your husband is African and your kids is African. You proud to be an African because what? Because they beefing and fighting over there. It's a whole heap of black on black crime in Africa. So you don't want to identify with FBA because they're divisive, but you can identify with African even though they're even more divisive. They literally are murdering and raping and pillaging each other's village right now in Africa. Right now. I'm talking about literally right now. There's a war going on in anywhere, somewhere in Africa. But you can identify with them, and that's black on black crime. But being in America and having black America, you see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's good for them. What's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. So she can be African and the Africans can go to war for hundreds of years. But when it comes to black America and all we simply say is we're not the same, it's so divisive that you can't identify. Yeah, I see you. I see you.
I believe in church, but I believe in God. I don't believe in an FBA organization, but I believe in Black people and foundational Black Americans. I do, but I'm just not finna get behind what y'all are, and not you, because the way you explain it is different. But a lot of what they're teaching.
Well, I didn't ask you to get behind it because I figured I'm gonna tell you now. I can figure you ain't gonna like it because your husband is African, and the issue, a lot of it is.
So you do agree it does discriminate against Africans?
No, I don't think it does. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tasha. And I had this conversation with my mother last week. My mother is FBA.
We're about to end. Give me a second, Shay. We're about to end.
Oh,
okay,
well,
go ahead.
You can go ahead. Listen to your husband, girl.
I want you to finish your point. No. Go ahead.
I think that I'm gonna just be real. I had this conversation with my mother last week. My mother is she's FBA lineage. It's not an organization. If it's an organization, then African American is an organization because African American has been trademarked 1,000 times. Now, I get it. Some people may not like Tariq Nasheed or Umar, all that. I'm not giving Umar shit. Let's be clear. I've never been a fan into Umar or the other guy you mentioned. But at the end of the day, it is a lineage. You keep saying it's an organization. It's not. And I respect the fact that you marry who you choose to. But I just don't like the fact that a lot of these people are allowed, or they have been allowed, to just be disrespectful. And then sometimes when we clap back, then we're wrong. I can't account for what somebody else did to you, and I do apologize, but I want you to understand this, and I'll leave it at that because I don't think I'm gonna get through to you as far as.
Here's the thing. I'm open to education. So don't ever get it twisted like I'm not. Okay, I wouldn't be this far if I wasn't. So I'm open to education.
No, she's not.
The way you're describing it, and even what you saying that I wouldn't believe in it because of what it protects, that already to me is a problem.
See,
and I respect it the same way I respect the fact that I just.
And there you go. You're trying to squeeze blood out of a turnip. You see what I'm saying? There you go. It don't matter what you say. Her mind is already made up. We're trying to squeeze blood from a turnip. It's just not going to work. These are my final thoughts on Tasha K and the whole situation. Now, I didn't know that somebody came on her channel and told her husband or called her husband an African booty scratcher. If somebody did that, especially unwarranted, I think that that's messed up. And I don't think that that's right. And I think that Tasha should have been able to respond however she chose to. But outside of that, let's take that off the table. Let's say that didn't happen, right? Or screw it. Let's say that it happened. The fact of the matter is this: Tasha K has already made up her mind 20 years ago when she married Africans, when she married Shaq. And like she should, nobody's going to come between her and her marriage. That's what's supposed to happen. I wouldn't want nobody to come between me and my husband either. I don't give a damn where he's from. The problem is her mind is completely shut off to what the possibilities of FBA is, because in her mind, she's already offended. If you won't say that my husband and my African children, because she didn't call them Black American, she called them African, even though scientifically they're more Black American than African because the Black American genetics are more dominant than the Africans. So scientifically, your children are Black American mixed with Africans, okay? Mulatto, different kind of mulatto, but still, they're more Black American than African because we hold the dominant gene, even of the melanated groups, okay? So you prefer to identify your children with Africa, even though Africa is warring like 90 going west. All they doing is fighting each other. But then you take that same talking point and try to flip it on FBA and make FBA be this hateful group because they won't allow your husband in. It's about lineage, Tasha. And that whole lineage, genealogy, all of that shit is above your pay grade. And I think you fucked up when you came over here fucking with it. Next time Poetic Flacco want to drag for a Black American, let him do it by himself. Because now Poetic Flacco not getting the flag. Your ass is. And the mass majority of your platform is the same FBAs that you claim you don't rock with. The same FBAs that you don't understand, the same FBAs that you think are crazy, them the ones on your platform, fat. So if I was you, I'd leave that alone. What you need to do is come back out here and say, look, bruh, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Whatever Wood said was said. Let's move on, in hopes that the FBAs in the wino bunch won't pick their lineage over you. Because I ain't gonna lie, if it was me, I'm out of there. Now, I don't watch a lot of Tasha K. However, I do know that she has put a lot of work into the game, and I do know that Tasha K has done her big one around the YouTube streets, okay? So I don't want to take that from Tasha, but girl, you set yourself up for the kill. That's all I got to say, okay? You literally set yourself up for the kill. Let me read a couple of super chats. Kalani Campbell, thank you for the super chat, says all this controversy on her big platform will cause people who had no clue to go search and subsequently learn who they are. That's another thing. Because now you don't want to wake up them people that's on it. Because listen, every group got sharks. Every group, every lineage, every organization got sharks. And FBA got sharks. What you don't want them to do is go, you already beefing with hip hop, or at least the clears in hip hop and the ones who like Cardi B. You don't want FBA on your ass, bro. That's something you don't need right now. I don't think you need that right now. Thank you, Kaylani. K1820, thank you for the super chat, says you and Sonic are hilarious. Sonic better start putting my insults on a $20 bill. If Sonic don't start insulting me on $20, I'm going to start ignoring them super chats. Sonic, you on the clock, bitch. You want to come on here and call me all kind of bald head dun-dun-duns? I'm going to let you, I'll allow it. I'll be that. I'm a bald head bitch. I'll be that today, tomorrow, and the next day. But you're going to have to start putting it on $20 bills. If you don't put these insults on a $20 bill, bitch, it's going to be $5 in my pocket, and I'm going to go take it and piss it in the wind. Put it on $20 bill. Thank you so much, K1820. Thank you for reminding me. I've been wanting to tell Sonic that. You can't cuss me out for $2. No. $20 minimum. Bronze Beauty, thank you so much for being a member for 24 months, says, my anchor matriarchs were brilliant tacticians who engineered a masterfully survival strategy to protect the Matoaka bloodline in a state from me, for me. Dope, yo, that's dope, Bronze Beauty. All of this is coming through genealogy, Black America, FBA. If y'all on here, genealogy is where you find the key. Please do your genealogy. Thank you so much, Bronze Beauty, for being a member. And also even more for sharing that beautiful story. Thank you. It's G Unit. Thank you for the super chat. Says Tasha was not even trying to understand hashtag genealogy. Nah, she wasn't trying to hear that shit. She married to that African round there. They around there eating jollof rice and shit. And she not about to let y'all come in between her and her bush meat. You heard her. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, More Threads, for the super chat. Says, I'm the person that called into the show. Oh, I'm aware that many of us were already here and small percentage were bought here. I was just telling her she is labeling a group queen. That's it. Thank you so much, More Threads. But that's not true. I see what you're saying, but no, the mass 99% of Black Americans were already here. Again, the only thing I would say, More Threads, and we could debate about it if you want one day. Only thing I can say is I would need y'all to show proof that the boats even existed. And according to slavetrade.org, AtlanticSlaveTrade.org, only 388,000 Africans made it to North America in total. That means the mass majority of us were already here. Okay. Now, we did get shipped on boats, but that was during the intra-American slave trade when they were trading us from North America to South America to the Caribbeans, or maybe you had a great-great-grandfather that's from Virginia and he might have got off a boat from Virginia to New Orleans or Savannah. That kind of stuff happened all the time. But the ethnogenesis thing is a lie. It never happened. And you're right. You did an excellent job explaining it to Tasha. Shout out to you. I just wanted to correct that part. But you're right. You did a good job. You did a great job. And shout out to FBA. It's no beef. It's no beef. I don't want no smoke. Okay. Jay Grizzly, thank you for the super chat. Says, Boo, look at Tasha's live chat. Someone said if she done her genealogy, your messages are responded. Your messages are spreading. Oh, yeah. She does need to do her genealogy. You know what's crazy? If Tasha K did her genealogy, maybe she would see these things differently. But I think she should. Thank you. You're right, Jay Grizzly. The message is moving and is shaking. Black America, FBA, do your genealogy. Find out who you are. Find out your ancestors. Let's not praise everybody else's ancestors. Let's go get our own. Okay? Shout out. She is true. Thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Says Voodoo, your nephew Joce, you a queen, he said. He sent you an email. Check it out, sis. He absolutely adores you. I will. Thank you so much. She is true. As soon as I get off, I'm going to go look for it. Shout out to my nephew. Love you, nephew. Shout out to my nephew. It's just always us. 1802. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says Tasha K already said that her husband family already had an arranged marriage wife for him because they marry within his culture. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be in that. I don't know how true it is, but I wouldn't want to be there. Thank you. It's just always us. Sex I Am, thank you so much for the super chat. Sexy I Am. She says, I have worked with Nigerians, Cameroons, Ghanaians, Ethiopians, Eritreans, Jamaicans, Haitians. They call us slaves and think we are lazy. They cheat on each other. Oh, I already know. I ain't never worked with them, but I've seen enough. I already know. They drag for us. They drag for us down to the ground. That's how they roll. You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to act like it's the one-sided beef, but that's what the internet wants us to look. It wanted to look like it's the one-sided beef so we can look like the bad guys. And Candy Girler, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, boo. How can I meet you to discuss my DNA? Send me an email, voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. Send me an email at voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com, and we could discuss it from there. With that being said, though, I'm about to get up off of here. We had 3 hours. Lord. I love y'all. Tasha K, girl. Do your genealogy. That's what you could do. Start with your genealogy, and I promise you, you'll have a different outlook on this whole situation. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to FBA. Do the research on everything we spoke about. Please, please do the research. Keep your head on the swivel. Pay the information forward. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.